Alright, hey everybody, welcome to a little bit more Azur Lane. Well, hold on, let me close. Please do not mess up my whole PC. Sometimes when I close Nox, it like, everything flips out. If I close one of my Nox instances, that's the Android emulator I used to play on my PC here. I don't know why Nox is such a mystery to so many people. Just Google, if you want to play Android games on your PC, just Google Nox Player. Or even Nox Player Sir Tap Tap. I've got a video showing how to do all this stuff. But, as you can see, yes, I did get Green Heart, so I'm not quitting the game. Hi, Parker. And there was something I think is total BS. Let me bring this up here. A friend of mine in Discord found a nice wiki that had all the info from the Chinese and Japanese event. They made exactly one change to the Gashapon rates. Come on, Discord. Why does Discord take so long to start, by the way? Like, it's just basically a browser extension, but it takes like 10 times longer than Chrome does to start. Let me find this real quick, Reno here. Here we go. Pop this up here. They made one change to the rates. The Chinese and Japanese is at the top. The only difference is that Green Heart is 0.25% rarer on the first week. They did not even out Noir's thing. They did not boost anyone's rate in the second week to make up for it. Nobody has the lower rate. It's just that's the only one thing. They lowered the rate for the character I wanted the most. For no reason. And why? It's so specific and stupid. Don't do that, game. Bad game. Bad game, no. Oh, you got Green Heart too? Yeah, mine's not level 40 quite yet. The other Neptunia girls are at level 40. I just got Green Heart this morning. At my very last pull, I was like frustrated. I was like, oh, come on, man. The Purple Heart ends, you know, tomorrow, I think. Tonight or tomorrow. I think midnight tomorrow is when it ends. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, what? What do you want? What? You're a needy boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I see. I can see that, yes. There's a frickin', there's still, stupid landlord still never properly capped the chimney. So there is a bat taking residence in the chimney in this room. So Parker keeps getting up on the mantle because he hears bat noises. He wants to go eat the bat, but he cannot access the bat. Hi, yes. Hi, yes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, hold on. I gotta get my commissions finished here. So hopefully I get Purple Heart and Noir. I'm pretty certain I can get next week. What's weird is I've only gotten one dupe so far, and it was Blackheart, who was a pretty rare drop. These times suck. Oh no. Well, they're free, so I guess I may as well send them out. And if I get an urgent commission, I can just take that instead. I like that you can cancel the exploration thing with absolutely no charge in this game. The bat is paid content, yes. Someone is not paid for bat DLC. I know. You gotta pony up the microtransactions, boy. This is why I wish we had Parker Cam, which is my next patron goal. It's only about 25 bucks away. He's like leaning forward and sniffing a box of Pocky, and I'm petting him. His butt is like way up in the air. Yes, hi. Anyway, so yeah, I got Green Heart. I have everyone. Oh, hey, I think her training is done. She has really cool skills, by the way. So Rainy Radapura she has this extra airstrike with a percentage chance every 20 seconds, but she also has this really interesting rotating buff. Where is she? There you are. Parker, would you not knock over my stuff? I have a Bebo's on my desk, he's knocking them over. Darjeeling Rotation has, it has rotating of every 15 minutes, or every 15 seconds, you get a different buff. Reduces damage taken, increases damage dealt, restores HP. every 3 seconds, which is, especially the restoring HP is pretty cool. I'll use a quick one now, and then I'll use a bigger one when I go to bed. Alright, there we go. And we get Vert tomorrow, by the way. Some people don't realize that Vert's not in the Gashapon. Vert is, you do these 7 daily missions from the Academy, and the 7th one unlocks tomorrow, so everybody can get Vert tomorrow. And it's an instant unlock if you already did the 7 or the 6 missions before. The 7th mission is just beat all of the other missions, which you just have already done, so you just get her instantly, basically. So I still need to get Purple Heart, and it's the last couple days of her rate up. And I have no reason not to pull anymore, because I was saving up cubes. I was saving cubes for the, for Greenheart next week, but I don't need to do that anymore. So I'm just gonna speed these up, and hopefully we get Purple Heart. There's Sheep. There is Long Island. 2 characters that I already, god damn it. I already have enough of that I do not need any more of. Crap. I really hate how limited you are in storage space in this game. I hate Norfolk so much. By the way, she's disgusting. Get her out of here. I don't need that many of you. You only get 150 spaces, which sounds like a lot, but due to the way this game works, it is not a lot at all. It's like very little, in fact. I get enough of you, I think. So I can retire those. So I'm like, I have to sort my dock multiple times per day. No, that's fine. Trash that. So it's a real pain in the butt. I think it's like 100 or 200 red gems for that. Oh, you're new. You're not who I wanted, but... Huh. That looks really unpleasant and uncomfortable, the like boat backpack thing. Sure. No, get out of here! I hate you! Look at her, I hate this thing. Get it out of here. I hate Norfolk so much. Ugh. Gross. She's like 4 years old. Get it out of here. Get the children out of my titty games. Helena's really good though. I probably won't use. I know there's a lot of good characters in this game. I probably won't use a lot of them. I'm really just here for the Neptunia stuff. I like some of the other characters. I like Saratoga and Lexington a lot. But yeah. Frickin' hate Norfolk. Sure, just enhance. Wait, have I leveled up those 2? I don't know about that. Ugh, managing, this is a bit too much managing units in this game. I think I can buff these 2. And you, but these are all out on commission, so I can't do that. It's really annoying that you can't mess with people while they're out on commission, because I send out all my people all the time, because that's like, you know, what you gotta do. Crap. So since everybody's on commission, I can't upgrade the people I was going to. See, Shropshire's also out. Pain in the butt. Oh well, I'll get them. They're so common. I'll just get them later, so whatever. Yeah, I've been saving all the Bulins for the Neptunia girls. So if you don't know, the Bulins are basically, this game, like, it's one of those games that you use duplicates to like upgrade characters, which I'm not a fan of that mechanic at all. I know that basically all of them do this now, but I really don't like that mechanic. But it does have universal characters, so like, anything that's purple rarity or lower, you can use the universal Bulin to upgrade. And for the top tier rarity, you can use this prototype one. So I've been saving those for all my Neptunia girls. Yeah, I'll do some more builds. I really do hope I get Purple Heart, because she is, she's the last of the CPU characters I don't have yet, and she's not rate boosted. She's a much lower. Oh, hey, Noir. Okay. Purple Heart is now the only Neptunia character I don't have. Wow. Oh, right. I was gonna say, why is it so much lower? Why is the voice so much lower than the music? But I did that on purpose last stream because everyone was squeaking at me. So I have Noir. I have everybody but Purple Heart. Go away, Long Island. I have enough of you. Sheep. I like sheep, but I have same characters. Same hat. Same hat. I guess I have absolutely no reason to not burn all of my summons now, I guess. Because I got all of the characters from next week. I don't care about these finishers. I'm gonna be so money poor though, like forever. No, I find it really rude that, no, why does this keep happening? I find it really rude that commons are in the summon pool. Oh, hey Blanc. Oh, hi Mark. Because like commons are thrown at you like garbage. In fact, I need to go use my commons as enhancement fodder again. Because the game keeps giving you so many of them. The Noir has no friends meme is so incredibly unfunny and terrible, and it was literally never funny and never made any fucking sense because she has like an entire fucking nation and obviously all of the other characters, and it's just such a terrible unfunny meme. It's just completely garbage. But yes, let me go and for one thing, since I have people whose voices I do not hate, let me turn up the voice audio again. Turn down the music a little bit. It's a little bit loud. Okay. So we got these kiddos. No, don't hide. The pillars are cute. I should put the pillars in the back. It kind of obscures the view. Let's put Noir in here. One thing I don't like about this game is there's no like experience potion things. In like almost every other Gashapon game that I've tried has like, you know, you can instantly level characters up to a certain amount with experience potions that you collect through normal play. This game has no real way to quick power level. You really just have to grind. You can put them in the dorm here, and people in the dorm get some passive experience. But other than that, it's really just grinding and stupid. What are you doing, Parker? He sees demons. Yeah, I figured if I got all of the CPUs, or if I got pretty much everyone I wanted, I was gonna get the $30 pack. If I can go get that now, I have everybody but Purple Heart. So watch the pack give me the Purple Heart, because it gives you a random skin, which I think is dumb for a paid item. I want all 4 of them anyway, which was why I'm less. Well, I wouldn't be super burnt out about missing Blancs, but I just paying and getting random thing is never fun. I have so many unfinished missions, by the way, because there's all these Bulins that want in my fleet, and it's like I don't have space. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, shop is here. It's the biggest button, and I always forget it's there because I usually like mentally block out all of the paid stuff in these games. How do you level up their affinity? You just use it. You just use the units. For some reason you get like, I started getting like free crap from her. I don't know if it's because I did the like quest. We have to like tap her a bunch. So don't do that. Yeah, where's the thing? Oh yeah, here it is. But you also, to level up affinity, the fastest way, well, like an extra bonus other than just using them, is if you pick them as your secretary, it levels them up to crush. It does not give bonus after like 90 affection points. You still have to use them a bunch after that, but it's the fastest way to, well, I don't know if it's the fastest, but I mean, it helps a lot for basically nothing. to just set as secretary. Which, I don't think being a secretary, like, that kind of... I don't think most people feel, like, strong affinity because they are conscripted as a secretary, but... What? You're not a Pokemon! What? Why did... What? I think they're trying to go on the NEP meme, which is terrible, but, yeah. You want to tap the shop cat a lot to get free items in the mail daily. Yeah, I think that's what I've been getting, because I've been getting things in the mail here, which makes me, like, want to die, because, like, nya desu! I hate... As you can tell, I'm not a particularly big fan of extremely repetitive, like, 4chan memes. But I've been getting a bunch of crap, and I assume that's for the clicking. This is a quest where you can unlock the shop cat. And it involves clicking a lot. Alright, I had to upgrade on this thing again. Oh wait, hold on. I can upgrade more now. Of course, she's at the frickin' bottom. It's level 1. I hate this. Get rid of this. Why is this here? Get it out of my game. I hate it. I'm sorry, but that one in particular makes me particularly angry. It's just like extra gross. Also, it's kind of annoying that the Neptunia girls come without like equipment. Oh, crap. I only have Langley's. I need to enhance Greenheart with those. Oh wait, she's at the top because she is in a fleet, right? Yeah. There we go. Langley's apparently really useful, by the way. She gives extra experience to all carriers in the fleet, and she has a pretty low cost. So if you use a 1-star Langley, she can be pretty useful for that. I already ascended mine, so I might like level a second one for cheaper stuff, but I'll worry about that later. Anyway, I guess I'm just burning all of my money now. Not that I have much left. I really would like to get Purple Heart before. Oh, you're the wrong heart, but. One less Universal Bulin wasted. Or Prototype Bulin. Okay. That's 2 CPU dupes I've got now. Or, I guess 3 counting Blanc. Got 2 Blancs, 2 Black Hearts. Are you actually into this game? It's pretty alright. It definitely has some mechanics I don't like, but I mean, all gashapons are like that. But it plays better than I thought. Like, it has like shoot 'em up mechanics, and it's not just like dumb crap. And it doesn't like jingoistically rewrite history like Cancole, which is pretty gross considering the particular part of history they decided to try and, you know, whitewash. There's so many reasons I don't like Cancole. This game avoids a reasonable amount of them. By the way, the person in the middle here gets hit the least in the Vanguard, so anytime somebody has less HP, just kind of slip them in the middle there. Alright, I gotta turn off my dehumidifier. Making noise. Then Parker will try to break it. I don't understand his deal. He just gets mad at the humidifier or something. I could see the ad where you married a battleship. What's that about? Oh, oops, got to turn it on auto. This game, like basically all gacha games apparently now, has just a stupid marriage mechanic that gives you a stat bonus, and it's stupid and I hate it. What a Cancole whitewash. Is it not obvious? Like the entire game? Like it's a bunch of Japanese World War II ships like saving the day against a mysterious force. A mysterious Bakugaijin foreign force. And saving the day and yeah. Fuck off. Whereas in this guy, you know, the Japanese ships, the bad guys, like they actually were. You have to buy more rings if you want to marry them for the extra bonus. It's just a whale mechanic, basically. Because you have to pay, you get one for free, and the other ones you have to pay some gems for. So of course in the PvP, there's a bunch of people with, you know, a full team of married units. Oh crap. I could have taken manual control, but it's actually kind of hard to play this one on PC. I have WASD set up, but it should really be a, it'd really do better with a controller. I'm just gonna retreat. They do the same to America if they won. What does that even mean? America did win that war. The point of it is we are Japanese, so we are going to whitewash history in our favor. It has nothing to do with like trying to. There's no statement other than like we are Japan, yay. We are going to like be positive about the worst chapter of our history because that is cool. Only gives like 3%, not really worth it too much. All right, that's good to know. Cause yeah, the love status already, there's like an affection system, which is always terrible. But I think you already get 6%. Yeah, you already get 6% for love status, which is max affinity. So it's only an extra like 50% of a minor bonus, so it's not too crazy. Wait, is Green Heart and Black Heart rate up now? No, that's starting the 29th, I believe. So I still have one more day for boosted Purple Heart rate. Surprised, really surprised Purple Heart is the one that I'm missing out of all of that. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I guess I've been trying to avoid an annoying feature in this game is if you ascend a character and like make them better by the fusing thing, it raises their costs pretty significantly in some cases. So now I basically have to spend more stamina to use White Heart, but I'm gonna do it eventually anyway, and I'm so low on space, I just may as well do it. Figures I get 2 Blancs. Blanc was the only character I was like, alright, if I don't... Oh. Did you crash? Thanks for crashing, game. It seems to crash sometimes on emulator.
Azur Lane.
I don't think I've had it crash on my phone, so I think it's kind of an emulator thing. I only have this many proto balloons because I haven't spent them. I'm sure you've gotten the exact same. I'm sure you've gotten more than I have because you've been playing more. Block. Wait, I think I don't have enough money for this, come to think of it. I'm so freaking low on money. Yeah, I don't. Well, never mind then. I don't know why highly inaccurate like talking about World War II is going on, but there's plenty of info you can read if you want to hear about World War II. Kankole is trash, and any attempt to cast Japan, or obviously Germany as the good guys, is hilariously terrible, and anyone who attempts to do so is human trash. So that's all there really is to be said on that topic. So yeah, this game does follow World War I surprisingly directly. Kankole tries to be vague about it, and then it ends on like the Battle of Midway apparently, and like they have some like Deus Ex crap happen, so that they don't lose at Battle of Midway. Talked about this a little the first time, but the Battle of Midway is where Japan got their shit fucking destroyed, and basically lost their war. Is this game good? For a Gashapon game, that's alright. Azur Lane's get a PS4 game? Huh. Is it a shoot 'em up? I was surprised. I didn't realize this game had shoot 'em upness to it. That was a pleasant surprise. Most of the mini ships are too slow for it to actually like be able to dodge. It's not really designed in a way that you can like reasonably dodge everything. But it's still pretty alright. Please don't be ammo. Oh, okay. I hate when you pick up an extra ammo for that question mark thing, and you're already at full ammo. If it was a shoot 'em up with no gashapon, that would actually be great. I'm surprised how coin limited you are in this game. Usually gold is the like trash currency. And it's also really dumb in my opinion that you have to use like extra currency to summon with. Like usually the limited currency, like the ultra slow to get currency is all you need for it. Cancole gacha and permadeath? Wait, it's a gacha game with permadeath? What the fuck? Holy shit, Cancole is the worst thing anyone has ever made. What a terrible game. That's real? Wow. Permadeath is quite possibly my least favorite, like, non-money grubbing mechanic. Wow. Why do people play that trash game? Oh, right. Because they're lolicons. Right. Ugh. Everything about that game is so utterly contemptible. It's truly fascinating. Like, the designs are so bad, they're just like, there's a few okay designs, but like 95% of them are just, okay, we'll take a traditional Japanese outfit and we'll put a little boat turret over here in the background. And that boat is, you know, oh, that's the boat that took, you know, the soldiers over to perform the rape of Nanking. That's my favorite boat. And this boat over here that, you know, did Pearl Harbor will, you know, give it, you know, one of those pedophile swimsuits and dog ears. That's there you go. That's character design. I'm not kidding, by the way. If you look up the designs, a lot of them are just like, oh, Japanese female archer uniform. Oh, Japanese creepy preschool swimsuit. And then they put like a piece of a boat somewhere in the background. And they're like, yep, that's a character. I designed that. I made that. I don't know who this moron is in the chat, but I'm tired of hearing their bad comments. So, easy solution to that. I guess I'm not surprised the like weird Japanese boat people game attracts weirdos. But here we are. Also, I'm really annoyed that all of the cute animal-eared people are in the goddamn Japanese Imperial Navy, because I'm not going to use their fucking boats. They can all go to hell. Same with the Kriegsmarine. Which, unfortunately, well, I picked my starter. I wasn't really paying attention when I picked my starter. The other ones were all, like, you know, on the allies, so I just didn't draw connections with the big cross. But yeah, because she was my starter unit, she's a higher level. And I really need to get to level 90 to challenge the EX stage in the Neptunia thing. I love Suffix just like, yeah, I'm here. Look to her face, just like, yeah. I'm just gonna do things. What a good beep. She yells so often. Hey, Autumn. Yeah, for future reference, chat is not 4chan. If what you're about to say seems very 4chan, you might just like not say it. So yeah. Level 90 average. Yeah, but I like have nobody level 90. So some of mine are gonna have to be like over level 90 to like make it up. And I basically probably need 2 full fleets, so that's 12 people level 90, which I can definitely make 1 squad level 90 by the end of the event, and like just barely, I mean. Is anybody already level 90 and has challenged that? I really hope it's like easy if you meet the requirements, because like if it's really, you have to be like extremely good or level like 100, which is the max level in the game, by the way, I think. Then I'm gonna be annoyed. Take 1 minute. Is there ever anything in the mod queue on Reddit? I never see any dumbness. At least nice that they have hard content, not just PvP for endgame. Yeah, it's just kind of a surprise for an event. Like events, usually you kind of want everybody to be able to participate in. I think it's just a dorm furniture thing, I think, right? Oh, speaking of the dorm furniture thing, here's something that I didn't know. Dorm. Who's that character that all of the like icons are, by the way? I don't have that one. Oh, it's not the Abystrium mod queue. Oh, alright. I was gonna say, outside of the Valentine's Day event, I've almost seen nothing other than like the occasional, very occasional like spam and stuff. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, there's some Neptunia stuff that's not in this gaming industry like set here. It's actually in, you gotta go to furniture and it's gem only, and I guess that's why it's not included in the theme section, but I almost totally missed this stuff. And I don't know how many gems I want to spend on it, but I do like the end gear and the Histy style seat thing. I guess the rope is like a reference to the Iffy game, I guess. Like I would like these, but I don't know if I want to spend gems or not. I'll probably get the Histy one at least. But yeah, r/roast me sounds like it would be a very painful thing to go. EX is EX, and EX probably should be suffering you at level 100 if you go by FBO standards. I hope nothing goes by FGO standards. Anytime something is compared to Fate Go, it's just always the absolute worst. That's another game where everything sounds like it's not permadeath, at least. At least I don't think it is. I've never played it, but it sounds like it has like the absolute worst rates, and it sounds like it's crazy grindy. Green Cat is a Kashi. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that quest. I have to wait for 2 weeks to get her, though. I have to do 2 weeks just to get even... It wants me to do this dorm supply quest, daily quest 14 times. It's gonna take forever. Well, I guess I should take these rewards and get my Bulins. Why is the like says weird word thing so popular in like Japanese stuff? This isn't even a Japanese game, this is a Chinese game. It's 300 gems for 11 cubes. I mean, they're not insanely expensive for the things. I'll probably get the Histy seat thing. I don't know. Did you just get them so infrequently? It makes me antsy. I like Erebus, by the way. I've never gotten a dupe for her, but I like her outfit. She kind of looks like she's got like Ram Lethal's hat. But she also has this thing where she sends like an extra barrage after her regular broadside, which is pretty neat. Are you against using the German or whatever ships? Yeah, I don't use Axis ships if I can avoid it. Soryu and Z23, I just kind of... I got them so early and they were so essential. Like, I I genuinely had to use Soryu because I didn't have a second full-size carrier. Fako is weird. It's possible to beat with free units, but then you get Merlin breaking the game with his busted support and everything. Be harder to mess with, wanting him nerfed. I'm not surprised that Nasu is the cause for that game's problems. I will admit I'm biased against the Fate series because of Nasu's quote-unquote writing style. I think Ashi's percent for this event is lower than the others. I wouldn't have any. Are American ships a thing? Yes, this game is primarily American and HMS ships. In fact, I think there's like 5 German ships. There's Prince Eugen, there's Z-23, I think Bismarck is in here, and there's like 3 commons, and I've never seen a single other one. There's Königsberg and somebody else, Karlsruhe, over there. And the 3 of them are common. I assume Bismarck is super rare too. 2 Chinese ships, really? I'll admit I'm completely unfamiliar with China's involvement in World War II beyond, you know, rape of Nanking and all of that crap. So, obviously China does not have a lot of reason to be supportive of the Japanese fleet. Not that any country does, because they were obviously the bad guys acting in entirely bad faith. And even if you're on the Axis, Japan kind of fucked everything up because they made Americans get into the war, which was, if you're on the Axis, not really the best decision that they made. Oh goddamn! I'm full again. Do I have any dupes? I only need. Get out of here, Norfolk. I think I only do 2 Portlands and 2 Long Islands. Portland and Long Island I can limit break, so I should probably keep those. I think Chicago. Let me double check. I think I don't need that Chicago dupe right now. The thing with rare dupes is that they're so frequent. I'll probably get them again before I get the base to level. Get out of here! I hate that character so much. Fuck. Well, still hoping I get Purple Heart eventually. I was not expecting Purple Heart to be the last character that I need. I don't think they held the resources for Japan. No, did Japan steal some Chinese ships? That would be unsurprising, I guess. It's heartbreaking that all the SR carriers take like 5 hours to construct. Yeah, the build time is weird. Like, it makes sense building the ships takes a while, but I've never seen a gashapon that A, takes multiple currencies, and B, requires time as well. I have so many quick finishes, it doesn't matter. I still have 74, and I've done like 50 pulls. But yeah. Who is this, by the way? I haven't gotten whatever this ship this is. But they're kind of the mascot character, I guess. Alright, you're out of ammo. I like Saratoga a lot, by the way. I just got her a couple days ago. Oh, that's Warspite? Huh. She looks so different from her in-game thing. And who is this? Who this man? Why he everywhere? Something funny about how well received this was in Japan, fighting China made. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty... I mean, it's a gashapon game. Those are ridiculously popular in Japan. I don't really get why. I can't really imagine running out of drills unless... Like, even with a lot of cubes, like, I run out of money anyway. Oh, that was so funny. Speaking of the whole liked in Japan thing, this game was actually censored in its own home release, or its own country of release, which it isn't completely unheard of. Resident Evil and Silent Hill are also censored in Japan, but not worldwide. Because of violent stuff. Japan is ridiculous. Japan's ridiculous about both violence and nudity, actually. Japan has some of the craziest nudity censoring laws, and their violent stuff is pretty ridiculous. In fact, any game that you can hurt an innocent person in is rated. What's the highest rating in Japan? Is it F? X? Something bad. The bad one. So yeah, Infamous, which is a teen-rated game, because you can hurt innocent people in it, it's rated maximum badness. And the maximum thing is only for violence. There's no level of nudity that gets you the highest rating. Partially because you can't, like, do actual nudity. There's no equivalent of, like... Well, definitely no adults only. But there's no nip-nips in Japanese games, basically. Vert gets leggings. Well, the weird thing... Vert already has leggings! The weird thing... Let me see if I can find this. Vert already has leggings. But they gave her extra leggings in the Chinese version. The page I have doesn't show it. But yeah, they censored Vert's leggings to be all, like, pure white. Like, let me show, okay, so Vert has these leggings that are, like, semi-flesh-toned, even though it's obviously not the exact same color as her skin, but that was offensive enough, that was naughty enough. You could see a little bit of ankle there, so they had to, they made this all pure white, because that, you know, saves the children's. And, I don't know, man. A lot of money, but no wisdom cubes. You probably, like, were able to use them before. Like, the early game gives you a fair amount of wisdom cubes, but I haven't really had time to accumulate money. Plus, I did spend, like, I had just been spending down my money, because, like, there's a cap, so I'm like, well, gotta spend it. Vert is way too confusing. How so? Even boy nipples. I have no idea. But no, I mean, Japanese-wise, I mean no female nipples. Because obviously, the nipple is different based on the gender, so you know. But China, I guess China might legitimately be no male nipples, because in Food Fantasy, they censor the boys that have the, that had exposed chests as well. And then they gave up on that for the newer characters, but they never went back and uncensored the original ones. It's really silly. If you think that's bad, you should look up stuff like Mythra or Jack in Japan. What's that about? Won't go away. Which one's the Neptunia characters I'm missing? I'm only missing Vert, who only unlocks tomorrow. Everybody can get Vert tomorrow. And Purple Heart, who is boosted this week, so I do hope I get her. But I don't care about this game other than Neptunia stuff for the most part. So I'm just gonna spend all my stuff. I don't really like the super rare characters for the most part either. I'm not really one of those people who's like, wow, top tier gaming. Doki Doki-chan has the most stats. I am sugoi for this. And all of that shit. It's like, oh, Prince Eugen is fucking super rare. I don't really care. I'm not gonna use that chip anyway. I watched a documentary on a trans guy a while ago, and the way they handled that nipple situation was hilarious. He was having a mastectomy, and after they censored the nipple up until they cut the last stitch, like, okay, you were officially a non-naughty boy nip. That's hilarious. that's amazing. Moo. 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 Hello? Hi. Yes. Moo. Apple pie seems like an SR instead of an ultra rare. Are you sure? I thought it was confirmed she's an ultra rare. Hi, Parker. China actually cut some art entirely from the fake Go release. Well, what is China's censorship rules, by the way? Because Japan is pretty nutso, but I guess China seems like 1920s America censorship laws or something. Vert's fully clothed legs still had to be censored somehow. Moo. Mew, mew, mew. You don't want orange juice, buddy. Hi, Parker. What do you want? I see. Oh, hey, before I forget to plug this, on Friday is our first installment of Hit Points, which is a series of heavily edited stuff from streams that Sun Gaming did a couple of these for me. There was this Doom stream. I got drunk and played Doom and reviewed shitty Doom midis, and it was pretty fantastic. So Sun did a bunch of heavy editing, and that comes out Friday of this week, and then there's another one next week on Friday that we'll be doing a premiere for. If you've never done a YouTube premiere before, it's a upload, but it releases like a live stream where everyone can watch it at the same time, and there's live chat, and it's really pretty cool. So hope y'all can join for that. That'll be pretty cool. I was thinking Hard Time or Mega Man Sprite Game would be good for another Hit Points, but yeah, there's two from the Doom stream. And this is something that honestly, it could have come out a long time ago. I was just an idiot about editing it, because I've never done something like this before. I tried to do one like highlight stream myself. I think I just didn't go enough. I didn't make it interesting enough. But Sun's edits are really cool. You'll have to see exactly what I mean, but it's just really punchy and interesting. Like, it reminds me how I think the people who do the best highlight streams are pretty obviously the Vinesauce guys. I usually just watch the full stream anyway. I don't usually go for the highlights, but they do a really good job with them. And that's just something I've never really tried too much, never really been good at, because like, I don't want to stream for 2 hours, watch my own stream for another 2 hours, then spend like 4 hours trying to pick out the bits of the stream that I already did. And, you know, once I finish the stream, I kind of just try to, you know, go on to the next thing. If I had a lot more time, I think it might be cool. But Sun stuff is just fantastic. Yeah, Hard Times probably, I think 1 video per stream. Like, I did 3 Hard Time streams, so it makes sense to do like 3 videos instead. Hi, Parker, yes. The tiny guitar really cracked me up. Yeah, Sun edit, like, when I did my highlight stream, I really just cut out the bits that weren't like particularly interesting. But Sun has a lot of like, oh wait, have I done my hard mode yet today? No, I have not. I can try this. Sort of expand. Oh, come on! I hate the dock limit. Blurg. Sure. Hi, Parker, yes. Parker, I can't see. So cool, they got the original voice actresses. Max 111. Oh, that's like maxed out. You know what? That's fine. I'm gonna get so many more ships to enhance with anyway. So next you should do a best of shitty food porn. Unfortunately, I think at this point I have like 3 hours of shitty food porn. Parker. He has the knack for like sitting directly in the way of what I'm trying to look at. It's like, no, you will look at me now. I am the most interesting thing here. Not the silly games. do not need these silly games, human. You have Parker. Alright, where's Mara at? She's gonna be obscured by Parker, I'm gonna call it. There we go. What do you have to upgrade? Meditation has upon taking damage. Chance to increase. Huh. Slightly odd ability. What if we played BL2 during BL2 VR release day? I guess that would be a reasonable time. But yeah, we'll probably do some co-op Borderlands 2 streams. Maybe pre-sequel. I'm not opposed to playing more original Borderlands 2 either though. But I never quite finished Borderlands 2, or Borderlands the pre-sequel. Parker, somebody actually got sick and took up a lot of my time right around when I was getting to the end of that game actually. But yeah, we all got all the DLC and stuff for Borderlands 2 and pre-sequel and everything. I forgot to tweet that out, but it was actually a really great deal. So, there's much point in discussing it now, but let's bring Neptune, I guess. Tail? Get your tail out of my face. Is this really... Also, I'm so glad that Vert is like a full-sized carrier. For some reason, there's light carriers and heavy carriers, and almost all my carriers are small ones. So you can't bring those on these missions. It's dumb and annoying. Parker is now blocking chat. It's like, human, you talk to these people, but you do not talk to me? Now you will talk to me, human. Yeah, it'd be cool to stream some pre-sequel, or just play it without streaming. I don't... Probably stream at least some of it, just for fun, but I never finished pre-sequel. I'm like... I must be in like the last fifth of the game at the very earliest, but... yeah. Spend spare time grinding Aegis speed, just grind through the harder levels and beat them slowly. I kind of a mix, I guess. I usually just grind the hardest stuff I can do. I've been grinding 1-4 with my newer characters because I really need a repulse dupe, and she drops from that level, allegedly. I did that map like 20 times yesterday trying to get repulse, because she's at level cap at level 70, and I need her at level 90 to use her in the EX stage. But yeah. And I don't think I'm gonna have the Neptunia characters up to level 90 in time to use them in their own stage. Parker, you're making chat really hard. VR games also single player. It doesn't surprise me. Multiplayer in VR, you know, latency is such a big thing. How does movement work in that game, by the way? Is it, I assume it's not teleport. I guess you probably just use analog stick to walk around. I still haven't got any like full, well, I guess I got Riggs. Riggs works. Riggs, if you want like a traditional multiplayer experience, I guess Riggs is actually pretty legit in PSVR. For something about it being a mech just really doesn't give you any kind of motion sickness. I mean, me personally, I haven't really gotten much sickness at all in VR. I felt a little weird in that scrolling 3D platformer, in the Playroom VR thing, which is pretty cool. It just made me feel a little weird at the very first. And I got a little claustrophobic in Drive Club VR. That game picks the worst car to start you off in, by the way. It's this weird, like, tiny dork hot rod thing that's like super low and super cramped. Like it's a one-person car. And you're just like, whoa, what am I in? And you're just like, oh, I'm just in this tin can. It's like, why not start in like a regular human car, you know? Like, I'm used to driving a fairly roomy car. I need to remember how I got the audio track out of the video. I can send you the audio track. Does I think Audacity or Winamp can do that for you. Or not Winamp. Wait. VLC. The orange cone thing. VLC is the cone. Winamp is the llama's ass. You should play the car simulator where you can drive a cannon. What? Firewall 0 hours, the new hotness. Huh. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of I don't play most multiplayer stuff. Especially competitive stuff. I like co-op, but... Yeah, Rick seemed pretty neat. I played a little of the demo thing. I think I bought it and never played it. I'm sure there's like... I don't know. Does that have like a server browser? It's not usually anymore, which is stupid. BeamNG.drive. I don't know what that is. Car simulator would drive a cannon. The VR... PlayStation Premium VR got a full game called Astrobot? Really? Huh. It seemed pretty neat. It was pretty short, but I mean, the playroom's just kind of supposed to be like a tech demo kind of thing. So, makes sense. Yeah, if it's PC VR only, I can't do it. There is a thing finally that uses PSVR on PC, but it doesn't do the motion controls, and it costs like 20 bucks, which I mean, not opposed to paying for stuff, but paying for like an unofficial bridge that isn't even guaranteed to like properly work like that, like, Oh, is it not VR only? Then I can check it out. I do have Daydream VR now. I don't know if I can really record that stuff. I could try streaming it to Chromecast. I don't know what it would look like. But I finally have Daydream. I need to use that more. Only I felt stupid. I actually used Daydream VR for the first time, and I left on the little dust covers on the lenses. I was like, huh, this is pretty cool. It's a little bit, you know, grainy though. And then I take it off, like, oh, that's why. So I need to give it a full test. I just played the base, the Daydream app itself. Oops, where are you going? I don't think we can win this one, so I'll just. Oh, I haven't even beat these yet. Why am I was going to the wrong thing. Jeez, this will probably be a little easier. It honestly, it didn't look as bad as I would have expected for leaving the dust covers on. Like, obviously, I noticed something was a little weird, but I just thought like maybe this is just the resolution because, you know, it's like a standalone, or like it's, I don't know. Bridge tool is lame using my Gear VR when it's in beta and they asked for mine. I told them the fuck off. Yeah, it doesn't seem. Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't willing to take the risk on it. One of the biggest problems with getting PSVR on PC is just that they use this dumb, weird proprietary connector thing, which I think is actually genuinely USB, just with a weird connector. And I can kind of see why they did that from a user experience perspective, because they don't want people to be like, oh no, if I plug in the camera, then I'm missing a USB port. Though really, they could just put more USB ports on it. The PS4 Pro has 3, which is not like, it's not bad, but that's not really like luxury USB ports to me. Like, my case has 4 in the front. I think my motherboard has 6 USB in the back. What's the name of this game? How do people ask that? It's literally the title. Oh yeah, I need to play the No Heroes Allowed VR. That looks fantastic. I got that. I got Virtual Reality, and I got some other stuff from earlier I haven't played yet. But yeah, there's a PSVR sale a while ago, and that was I absolutely had to get that one. Oh yeah, and I got Wipeout Omega Collection, which isn't VR only, obviously. I'm not sure how that's gonna feel in VR. I haven't sat down and tried it. I really need to do that. My biggest problem with VR, honestly, it's kind of like the Wii. It's not really that bad of setup. It's like 5 minutes, like not even, but it's just enough that I'm like, you know what? It's been a long day at work. I'm a little tired. I don't really want to mess with this. And like the Wii always did that to me. It's like, I don't really want to dick with the sensor bar. I don't want to have to find my batteries because the Wii was always out of battery. I don't know what the Wiimote does to a battery, but it is bad. Did she just say it's no blah 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 like in Naruto? Probably. I mean, it's Japanese, so. Speaking of, I should stream the PSP Batman game sometime. I can get them on Vita so I can record them on PS TV. Those games are really neat. I just wish they had like a super baby tier mode. They got easier as they went on, at least for like, there is an easy mode in Batman 3, but this is just so freaking hard. It's a really interesting game. It's like you make a dungeon and you have to like create a thriving ecosystem of monsters to fight the heroes with. And the problem is your monsters eat other monsters. So you have to like make this delicate, balanced ecosystem, and it's really hard actually, but really neat and feels really rewarding when you actually get it right. Which I would get a reasonable amount right, and then like at the very end. Virtual reality sucks? Really? Job Sim is much better for the same price and same devs. I got virtual reality instead of, wait, no, I think I got accounting. I think I might have, I forget if I got virtual reality actually. I know I got accounting plus though. I'm super excited for that. I don't know about, I forget if I got virtual reality. I was gonna get Job Simulator, virtual reality, and accounting plus, and I realized, you know, these are all very similar things, and I had to get accounting plus. I do not remember if I get virtual reality or not. I might have. I know that I passed on Job Sim. I played the demo for Job Sim and it was really funny, but I just couldn't really imagine it being worth the full price. Well, it was on sale, but it was not on like a crazy sale. Like if it was $5, I would pick it up right now. I think it was like 15 or something. Did they ever expand Job Sim or anything? And one of the things is like, I think Job Sim would be most fun to do like a stream and like laugh at and stuff, but whenever I did VR videos and stuff, they just got way less views and people were like way less interested, so I just haven't really bothered doing much VR stuff for recording. Can you make an all Neptunia fleet? Technically not, because, well, yes and no. There's only 2 back row characters in the Neptunia set. So you would have a fleet of 5 characters instead of 6. But no, the characters are good enough. The SRs are top tier kind of character. The elites are very high up. They're all perfectly fine from what I can tell. They're probably, I don't think they're like absolute top tier in the meta of the game, but I don't really care about that dumb garbage, so. Like, PvP is like RNG City anyway, so using uber top tier doesn't even necessarily matter. Job Sim has infinite overtime and some cheats you unlock. Huh. I kind of figured it'd be the opposite, because I kind of figured Job Sim would kind of wear itself out with kind of the same joke, just with different jobs. But I just kind of looked and they all had kind of like the same not very good reviews. And I think I just got Accounting Plus. What's the difference between this and Cancole? A fair amount. We were talking about this earlier, I guess you weren't there. Cancole is a very like jingoistic Japanese Imperial Navy was actually good kind of thing. Like they don't outright say that, but like it's really kind of bleh. And there's apparently permadeath in that game, which is for a gashapon game. Like I hate permadeath regularly when you can like save and stuff. But Like, that's why I don't do Fire Emblem. Like, I know they have a non-permadeath mode now, which is great, but for a Gashapon game, like, what the hell? And it was like I think it's like a browser game, actually, rather than a mobile game. And I don't know if it ever got localized either. I think, did this game genuinely beat Kankole to localizing? Jobson has infinite overtime strategically generated robot requests. Huh. Why do two of them talk at once every time? Like, they could have just staggered the voice lines. I will say this game feels way less whale feedy than Food Fantasy. Food Fantasy, I almost kind of regret getting so much into it. Like, I love our Food Fantasy channel on the Discord server. The streams are always a lot of fun. It's got a great community, but like, the game has absolutely zero shame in its whale hunting, and it genuinely expects people to spend several hundred each event, and a lot of people do that. It's like, oh my god. And I've heard from some people it's not even the whaliest game they played, and I question those people's sanity and why they play those other games, but I would say this game is like mid-tier in terms of like Gashapon whaliness. Possibly even low. Like, I don't really play a lot, so I can't really speak too much. And when's in a web browser and you need a Japanese VPN? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought Kankole was like an absolute bitch to play. Which some Japanese games do that on purpose. Like, they don't want foreigners playing their game. Which is not extremely uncommon. I mean, if you know anything about Japan, you probably know, you know, not a very open borders kind of like global thing. A lot of them are very, you know, in fact, a bunch of Yumi Nikki fan games, like, they flipped out that foreigners were playing their games, and like they tried to shut them down, and it's like, fuck you. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, this one guy, he tried to put Japanese quizzes in his games to prevent English-speaking people from playing them. Like, I'm not making this up. I think, what was it? Let me find this. Yumi Nikki Fan Wiki. Love how that rolls off the name, by the way. Yumi Nikki Fan Wiki. It's Fan Games Wiki. That rolls off the tongue less. It's either Lucid LCD or blech, Lucid Dream, but with every other letter removed. Is that the one? Oh no, sorry, I think that's a different one. Which one is it? Yuminishi Me Hell Diary? Which one was it? Oh yeah, Yumi Nishi, I think, is the one. Yeah, the guy tried to like... The password is a reference to a story from Japanese folklore that was reused during World War II in Japan as an allegory for Japan's forces fighting against America, seemingly representing the creator's anti-Western views, which has been described as xenophobic. Imagine using World War fucking II as a Japanese person to try to say that, hey, America sucks. It's like, the fuck? Like, I don't think you're gonna catch a lot of Germans using, you know, Hitler as like, wow, we sure were cooler than those Americans back in World War II, guys, haha. Like, Jesus Christ, people. If Azur Lane was less whaley, you'd expect an ad every time you end a fight. I get most gacha games don't do ads though. Like, it's usually an either or thing. Whales usually pay enough, I guess. It's not really a thing. Okay, this is not super good. Get out of here, boat. Please. Oh no. Ah. Oh well. I could have avoided that if I got greedy and tried to fight all of the different fleets. Defeat all enemies. This is probably just going to be a waste. Oh wait, no, I got Portland and Indy on this team. They might not be, that'd be too bad. Yeah, Azur Lane, like, I don't like the duplicate mechanic, but you only need 4 duplicates, and you can substitute the Bulins instead of duplicates, so it's pretty not crazy. Meanwhile, in Food Fantasy, you need like 30 duplicates or something. How many duplicates do you need for like an ultra rare? It's like 10? It's an insane amount. Like, most people will get 1 or 0 of a character, and to fully max them out, you need tons. I mean, it's hardly a unique thing to Japan to be xenophobic and like an asshole about other cultures, but it is a strong tendency in a lot of, you know, like every people, the older ones tend to be the worst ones, but people get freaking weird. I mean, America has way too many of those goddamn assholes too, but I don't know. America's, if anything, America is known for being a little bit too active around the world rather than, you know, trying to be too isolated, too protectionist. Despite a certain, you know, orange cunt in a suit. Shards are the worst mechanic. Yeah, the shards thing in... I thought shards were fun at first in Food Fantasy because you could get a lot of shards for certain characters for free. But it's not all characters. So for the super good characters, they're like, shards are only in a limited event and stuff. It sucks. Makai Wars kind of does shards too, almost. Well, it does duplicates, and you need 10 dupes. Or 11 of a character total to get to max level, but characters are really useful out of the box in Makai Wars. So, I would say Makai Wars leads a little bit higher on the whale scale than this, even. Okay, no problem. You get dupe replacement every week, so no should have trouble getting SR. Yeah, like this game, you get a prototype Bulin once a week. You get what's my stats here? Portland is so good. Yeah, you get a super rare like fusing item once a week, and I think once every chapter of super or of hard mode. If you get all 3 stars, you get another thing. Tennessee not putting out. Lexington is amazing, by the way. Lexington fires her broadsides more often than the actual battleships do, and she just does so much damage. That's why I can't wait to get Saratoga leveled up too, because Saratoga has the same skill, because they're sisters. With whale mechanics and Goshen Sea Embers, they're whales. Yeah, well, the second the Food Fantasy released in Japan, they started taking Japan's feedback like immediately, because Japan is known for its like whalingness, in more ways than one, unfortunately. Yeah, like yeah, normal Bulins are daily. I have so many. In fact, if I had more money, I would probably just spend all of mine on the Neptunia characters, but I need to save up money to try to get Purple Heart here. Alright, I was gonna see what skin I get. I better not get the Purple Heart skin. I hope to get Purple Heart anyway, but I was gonna get the $30 thing where you get a fair amount of gems and you get a Neptunia skin. You get some Neptunia weapon skins as well, and I think just like a bunch of Dick Whore tokens and some other stuff. Why is this dog here like checking out that ass? Is that even a dog? It has like, it looks like a small camel with rabbit ears. I don't know what it is. Makai Wars is an alternative to that? Yeah, Makai Wars has summon stones and books, but they're pretty rare. They're getting more common now. Makai Wars has gotten more generous as an official Disgaea mobile was announced, so I think the game decided to be more like generous in lieu of that, or in light of that. Oh, speaking of Tristan, I actually got Barrel finally. I don't know if you were familiar with the Barrel Wars, but I did, so in Makai Wars, Mercy triggers at 50 pulls, which in Makai Wars, that is a lot. There's an 8% rate and a 10 pull. It takes like weeks to get like a 10 pull without events and stuff. So a 10 pull is a lot, and going, it's like the actual chance, like, I think it's on average every 12 pulls you should get a 3-star character. They had a Barrel, Ras Barrel from Disgaea 3. They had a rate up for her, and I did 5 10 pulls, and on the very last 10 pull, I got Zerokin, a character from Disgaea 5 I don't even know, and he looks stupid and I hate him. Just before the Mercy mechanic triggered, I got him instead. And if I got him via the Mercy mechanic, I would have actually gotten some big rainbow stones. So getting him was actually worse, genuinely worse than not getting somebody. But somebody actually made a comic that I pinned in the Makai Wars thing. Here we go. Well, they edited like a regular comic. Yeah, this was a comic. They have Desko trying to summon her sister, Fuka. So there's me trying to get Barrel. Instead, I get Horse. I have a natural +2 Horse, and I hate Horse, and I refuse to level him up. I got him to level 100, so I got his free rubies and red orb, but then I stopped using him because he's Horse. I hate him. Wait, I finally got Ras Barrel. And she was like the last of like my favorite Disgaea characters that I really wanted, because I already got Val and Artina. I already got Etna. The only reason I played that game is because Etna was free, by the way. I already got Etna. I already got Laharl. I technically did not have Flan. I can summon Flan now, though, if I want to. Hi, Parker. I got him this like wall hanging mouse thing, like scratch pad thing. I've always tried to record him using it, but the moment I start recording, he just goes up to the camera and says hi instead of doing the thing I tried to record him doing. It's a Lamog. It does look very llama-like, the dog that we were talking about like 10 minutes ago. Oh yeah, back to that Yumi Nikki thing, by the way. Just a bitch about that creator a bit. The super xenophobic guy who didn't want Americans to play his game. He also was like, no, you can't make videos of this game. You can't live stream it. You can't even talk about it. And he like took it down and said like, oh, you're not supposed to talk about this anymore. Or unless that was a different one. Discovered Blizzard fan game. Temporary discontinue the game. There's a couple Yumi Nikki fan games where the creator kind of went weird and like tried to shut down the game. Like, you're not supposed to talk about it. You're not supposed to think about it. You're not supposed to tell your buddies. You just commit surgery on your brain and like remove all memories of playing the game. That's like, calm down. What's wrong with you? Stop it. Get some help. Okay, I was confusing the two different ones. Okay, so Yumi Nishi is the xenophobic one. Lucid Dream or LCD Dem is the one where the creator posted a thing on their site that said, hey, this game doesn't exist, don't even think about it anymore. Don't you ever talk to me or my Yumi Nikki fan game ever again. First rule of Yumi Nikki fan games. Yeah, and I don't know why. I think those might be the only two, but I was just stunned that this was such an apparently common like problem in this fan base. The people were just like, no, you're not allowed to play my fan game. My free fan game based on a different free game. It's about like exploring and finding weird things. And it's so weird because especially Yume Nikki is like such a social thing, oddly enough, because there's so many secrets. It's one of those games that you can't really fully experience alone, even though it's a single player game, just because you'd never find all that crap. You'd never find Uboa on your own. You gotta hear from your friend like, oh man, you should try like dicking with the light switch in this one room over here. And you're like, whoa. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should stream those, because like, on the one hand, when somebody says, hey, don't stream my game, dude, that makes me like want to stream their game to be, you know, contrarian and be like, hey, that's not acceptable. Even the artist, in my opinion, doesn't really... Once you put art out into the world, I don't really think you have the right to try to like claw that back and like remove other people's enjoyment. Once you as a creator have a right to like not release your stuff at all. I wish people would, and I love like unreleased content and stuff. I love when that stuff is found. I think all, you know, art should be appreciated, and that's why I love like, you know, digital archaeology and stuff like the Cutting Room Floor Wiki. Love that place. But not releasing something is one thing. To try and like pull that back, especially a free fan game, to like try to pull that back, like, come on. It's like a vending machine trying to hang on to the chips. Yeah, but I was like torn between, should I stream this just to be like, hey, screw you, plus the fact that like it does seem like a genuinely good fan game. Like, I'm shitting on these creators, and I do kind of think they deserve it, but it sounds like they made something genuinely good. And that's like, you can be an awful person and make good, you know, content. That's an unfortunately common thing, you know? Pretty much every brutal dictator was charismatic, right? And a lot of people like mistakenly like, you just assume celebrities are good people, which is like silly, right? Being good at acting or whatever doesn't just make you a good person too. Moo. Issues that it won't stop anyone. Yeah, that's the thing is like, when Deltarune, I don't think Toby Fox really meant what a lot of people interpreted it as, but when Deltarune came out, he left a message that said, hey, don't talk to other people about this for 24 hours. And what I think is that that's just like, hey, don't post spoilers of like the final boss on Twitter 1 microsecond after it released. Or in the case of Smash Bros 2 weeks before it came out. Like it's a thing of don't do spoilers. But some people interpret that as like, hey, don't talk about the game, don't mention it, don't even play it. And like people got mad at me for streaming the game. Not too many people, but I did see like 4 or so stupid messages of like, Toby told you not to play the game, dude. You're not supposed to play video games. Sort, god damn it. That message is the bane of my existence. Please sort or expand your dock. I'm gonna have nightmares about sorting or expanding my dock. You never get urgent missions when you want them. I guess I may as well just send that out. Didn't want to erase the game's existence because of piracy or something? I don't... You mean Yume Nikki fan games or something like in general? Because like the Yume Nikki fan games are like free. You kind of can't unring that bell, that's why Death of the Author exists. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like... I don't know. I try to respect creators in general, but like... Oh, yes! Give me the muns. I'll tolerate the nyas. I hate this. I hate it. I never thought nya really sounds like a cat sound. Like, it's... The sound for meowing cat is very consistently meow in Western stuff. In German, it's actually the same as the French word, meow. It's spelled even in like a French way. I always thought it was very cute. It's literally the exact same as like meow. So it's kind of hard to express vocally. But it's M-I-A-U, I believe. It just looks very fancy. It's the fancy boy way to do it. I get why, like, Toby just didn't want people spamming about it, and like, because Undertale had a problem with people like begging people to play it and like insisting people try to beat the game this way or that way. But I think it was poorly worded, because like, he tried to post a thing of his fans to not annoy people about the game, and as a result, his fans annoyed people about the game because they were playing it the wrong way. It's like kind of, yeah. Out of bed, open door, please sort or expand your dock. Wake up in a cold sweat. Oh, speaking of dream, have you ever like dreamt about some mundane thing and then woke up and you're like, wait, did that happen? Because like I remember sending something on Twitter and I like woke up like, wait, was that real? Did I forget even why, but I remember checking Twitter after a dream to like, did I post that stupid thing? And it's like, oh no, I just posted all these other different stupid things. That's okay. I guess I'm just burning all of my freaking money because Purple Heart is all that matters right now. Oh god, I forgot. Now I have to make even more space in my goddamn dock. Crap. Toby's where he was trying to be in theme with his initial comment. Yeah, he was trying to be like the Gastery kind of thing. But I don't know. Like the screw up was a bit more on the part of the fans. But I think it was kind of maybe not the best thing to include when you know you got a fan base that kind of hounds people. I might just like... I've been kind of avoiding... Alright, I no longer have the months. This is just something about her voice is kind of annoying. Expanded dock notification will haunt my dreams. Also, I thought the game would be like way spookier. Like it did end up spooky the very last minute, but like it released on Halloween. I had just been doing like a month of spooky streams, and then this very ominous looking game from Toby Fox comes out. I loved Undertale. It was, you know, one of my favorite games to stream. Of course I would just stream it. Yeah, Toby doesn't like actively encourage his bad fans. Like a lot of YouTube channels I'll blame for their fan base because they really encourage their fans to be shitty. And they like, you know, featured their shit on their channels just, and you know, donate $1 to say the N-word on my stream and stuff like that. And like, just awful crap. And Toby's not like that, but it wasn't a big deal, but it was just a little bit annoying. I expected Halloween hack too. Yeah, I was like, didn't somebody release an updated Halloween hack a bit ago? I don't think it was Toby, but I was expecting something like totally different. I super love what we got. It's just not really what I was expecting. I think it's like intentionally kind of misleading because the very start of it is like spooky and ominous, and then it's like, you know, Undertale AU. Toby is pure as he is because he had to deal with Homestuck fanbase for years. What did he do with Homestuck exactly? I know that Megalovania was in Homestuck, but that's the only thing I know about it. And there was probably some Homestuck stuff in Undertale that went totally over my head. See you, dog. During the whole opening bit after the investigation, kept mustering this. Yeah, Deltarune was great. I kind of wanted to stream Undertale again. Maybe we'll stream Undertale next year. Because it's been kind of in the back of my mind of streaming it sometime. Just to kind of be like, hey, screw you, Undertale was great. Because like a lot of people just like... let me tell you, the Undertale fanbase definitely has problems. The Undertale anti-fandom is like infinitely worse though. Because the Undertale anti-fandom is absolutely everywhere and just always bitching and they're like trying to say that the game wasn't good because like somebody did a porn drawing on Tumblr. Let me tell you, my friends, if you don't like things because somebody made porn of it on Tumblr, you're gonna have to hate everything in the entire universe. You're gonna have to hate black holes. You're gonna have to hate water. You're gonna have to hate mitochondria. Alright? You're gonna have to hate computer mice. Yeah, anti-fandoms are like always worse. Like, not liking a thing is fine. That's like the default state of being, honestly. But to like actively go out of your way to see like, hey, I don't like this and you shouldn't like this either. Like, unless that thing is like genuinely like really problematic and bad, which obviously Undertale is not, it's like, yeah, screw you. Guys, I don't know how to, get rid of this thing. I hate it. I hate it. No, shut up. I hate Norfolk. I hate it. See, the thing is, I'm so out of money. There are characters that I could, like, fuse and, like, be free, like, have some free space, but I don't have the money to fuse. I have 2 unicorn dupes. They can be good and still have bad fans. Like, honestly, a huge percentage of people are bad. Like, let's say 20% conservatively. If you're popular, if you have like even just 10,000, 100,000 fans, you're gonna have like 1,000 shitty people that love your thing. And there's not really a whole lot you can do about that. I wish it was easier to tell who I have like ascended and stuff from the same menu as my dispose menu. Like Homestuck is pretty good. I do not want to hang out with the big crew of Homestuck fans. Yeah, I know somebody who likes Homestuck. He does not vouch for Homestuck fans in any way. Okay, so I don't need Chicago for a good long while. Achilles, Fortune Delayed. I don't think I have any of those dupes though. Ajax. Man. I just wish it was easy to get money. I like Command, by the way. Her chibi is really cute. No, calm down. Calm down. Her chibi is like grumpy cat face. It's great. For Problem Sleuth? I've never even heard of that. I will just enhance one of the Neptunia girls again. Oh, I have a bunch of planes, or aviation things for once. Oh, you're already maxed out, never mind. Still equipment from storage. No, my equipment storage is fine. It's only the ships. Let's improve Greenheart because I got a lot of aviation. I always need aviation. I heard Ranger's really good post retrofit, by the way, which is cool. I like her design a lot. This game needs more non-flat characters. I've never seen this game before. I mean, that's kind of the point of the channel. I like showing off different stuff all the time. Personally, I think, you know, getting a good variety of stuff is one of the best ways to play games. Oh. No, go away! No, go away! Leave! I've gotten 5 Pensacolas in this stream alone. I was not expecting it to be Purple Heart, to be the one that, like, I never got. If you're talking about Abyssrium, I have literally 100 videos of that game. So if you want to see that game, you can see the game. I don't know what else to tell you. Or I can enhance Noir. I wish I could just put a I use this ship button on things and just like automatically have them sort to the top. Like you can kind of do that. You can do that by like putting them in your fleets. But, dumb. So I never know who to enhance. Because these engaged means they're already fighting. Saratoga, or no. I can enhance you. I like her little ghost turret too. I like Erebus. I don't use her very much yet. My wife wants to know if that one is a lowly boat. Oh, if you mean like gothic Lolita, then yes, I guess. That's different from like regular Loli though. Yeah, this is a phone game. What are the dorm supplies from Akashi's quest? That's the daily quest where there's a daily mission where you just go into the dorm and you put out some snacks. Like this. It just means you have to do that 14 times, so that quest literally takes 2 weeks. No way to speed it up. So yeah, you'll get it. It's just slow. Also, I like how they eat like 40,000 snacks per day. Yeah, I like the Neptunia dorm decorations. I also like the row of dogus. Good chibis in this game. I've always liked chibi like art stuff. I never understood people that like hate it. I think in 3D it works a lot less good, but one of the things I actually do like about mobile gashapon games, they usually do have chibi art. Like Makai Wars does. Two prototype Bulins I can't use. I didn't really sort my dock, did I? I should just... I need to just retire some. Chicago I can do. Don't need 3 suffix. I really want to I really want to trash Norfolk, but because I hate her, but I confuse, and then there's like a collection thing, which I like. This game rewards you for collecting. Like you get like ships and like stuff for getting stars on all the things. So you're encouraged to raise up your characters even that aren't max rank or max rarity and stuff. I like that. Dogus are a type of weapon skin too? Oh, cool. If you get all the ships in the class and like raise their stars, you get like little decorative ships. You broke your little ships. Worst scene in that movie, by the way. Total unbelievable. Like, yeah, that's how Picard acts, right? He like just smashes his hands into raw glass. Star Trek's always had a interesting relationship with movies, though. I think is that Queen Elizabeth with the drill hair? My Washington shell attack is allowing 3 dogus. Yeah, I don't know if I have that. I hope I get it, but I've had bad luck getting the things. I like Repulse a lot, by the way. She's just a rare, but her little idle animation's really cute. Actually, I have most of the characters that are in the collection thing. There seems to be a bunch of people that are not in here. How much dock space do I have? Oh, there we go. That's fine actually. 13 will last me a good while, and by good while I mean like 30 minutes at most. No stream problems today, by the way. Surprising. I haven't had many since the last Mediacom guy visited, but I don't think he actually fixed it because it was like, it was doing the problem while he was there, and like I had OBS up to show him that look, it's dropping frames and stuff and a bad bitrate, and he's like, no, you need Cat 5e cables. And I'm like, wait, I have Cat 6 cables. No, you need Cat 5e. It's like, that's worse. They told me to say Cat 5e a lot and leave. Like, he was just very clearly, like, trying to be all fancy and stuff. Like, use the big words. And I'm like, I'm a computer science major, I know these things. Can't lie to me, Jacko. Some have hats when they sleep. Huh. Weird thing is some boats are girls and some boats are boats. Yeah, those are just kind of the generic, like, added ships things. It's also very unclear what size the girls are, because, like, they have planes dropping, like, 100-pound bombs, but the planes also appear to be, like, you know, 6 inches long. Because, like, at least the loading screen art seems to imply the characters are just, like, human size. That, or if they have, like, constructed giant houses for boat people, which I suppose is not necessarily any more or less crazy. Planes are small, then grow to size, but like they're still small. They're like the size of a human at their biggest, which is slightly smaller than a real plane. I like Nelson a lot here, by the way. It's the one that just showed up. I need to level her up more. She's got this really cool thing where after she fires her broadside, she has this like bullet hell thing that— oh, another Saratoga! I can get her to like 4-star now. Why? You're just like, hi, I'm leaving now, bye. Why is there an ellipsis? I am Lexington's little sister. Really like Chicago? Yeah, I've had Chicago for a while. She was one of my starting units, I think. Yeah, Saratoga has a really good— her and Lexington have this, they basically fire broadsides and have ships. And they just look at her damage. She did more damage than Portland, who is one of my best, you know, Vanguard units. Yeah, I haven't leveled up. Saratoga's like level 40 now, so not too bad. There's a fox girl whose idle animation is her spinning by her cowlick. Huh. I hate that the Japanese fleet are almost all of the animal girl character or animal eared characters. Because I like me some bun ears, but I don't want to use any Japanese Navy units. Obviously, I have one right there, but I would replace her with like if I get Lusty over there in the bottom right, HMS Illustrious. I'll replace her. I don't. Probably take me forever to get Illustrious since I'm spending all my cubes on the Neptune event, but that's fine. I love Portland's voice. She just sounds like she's creaming herself at all times. And a lot of these like Japanese games are just like girls are not allowed to be happy, and I'm like, no. See, that was Lexington's attack just there. 400 damage out of nowhere. I like Tennessee's design a lot, her right here, but I don't know if she's helping too much. I mean, she does okay down to the broadside, and she can reduce the enemy team's attack damage. It just doesn't seem as significant. I guess it's harder to tell how much defense units are helping in this game, though, because like you can see the damage numbers and everything. Like I can tell that Lexington's doing great damage, but I can't really tell if Indianapolis and Tennessee, like I can't tell how much they're protecting me. That one boat. Which one? I'm guessing either Nelson or Portland. That was Nelson that just showed up in the little cut-in. Portland is probably the one who's going to do the most damage here. Oh, nope. Lexington again. The one, the cutscene with the white outfit that's on the right. Picture with the 2 boats. The blonde one? I'm assuming you're referring to Nelson here. Oh, Lusty, probably. The loading screen? Yeah, Lusty has like, she's like an H cup or something. Yeah, illustrious. Which, by the way, Lusty is like the actual nickname for the real boat. I want illustrious. I assume that she's like uber extra rare because they show her in like all of the loading screens, and I know she's like one of the most popular characters. So, I always expect Gashapon scumfuckery in cases like that. I always expect Gashapon scumfuckery in general, though. That's right, Parker. What say you, Parker? This is their little sister, though. Unicorn in my back row there, the purple-haired one. Parker, I can't see. I love the sheep. Does the most damage by 3 times. Like, oh, we won? Where am I? What is a solo loading screen? She's my second SSR. Yeah, I don't think I've seen HMS Hood yet. Yes, give me. You have Clump. Give it to me. There we go. Oh, it was easy. Do you have short hair, cats? You don't know about clumps. They happen. Hi, Parker. No, do not kiss the mic, please. No. If he kisses the mic, sometimes he like knocks it loose. I got this mount arm for my Blue Yeti in it. It's all right. It's not really a proper boom, and it's just a little bit loose if it gets booped. Oh, my cats make clumps. I mean, they're not that bad. Like, I've heard some people that like assume that he has like poop clumps or stuff. No, it's just his fur like gets stuck in little bits, and you kind of gotta pull at it a little bit. Hi, Parker. Hi, Parker. Yes. Do you have to brush them with a dematting brush? Not usually. For the clumps, I just kind of like pull and spread them apart, and they come out fine. They don't usually get too bad or anything. I never have to get them like shaved for the summer or anything like that. I like the ditzy sheep a lot. She's like my strongest unit, not just because of her level either. She's pretty crazy good. She's also a heavy cruiser that has torpedoes, which most of them don't seem to. At least India and Portland don't. I mean, they're the same design, so if one of them doesn't. This game does do a good job of like having very different voices for all the characters. Like, it's not like Food Fantasy where like 90% of female characters are squeaky Japanese voice number 3. This game, there's some characters' voices like Log Island there, the one without pants. She gets a little annoying. Like, she's like, I think it's like it's an intentional like affectation. She's like trying to be a spooky ghost. She's a little bit annoying, but it's not like ear-piercing squeaks. I assume Norfolk is squeaks, but I hate her and I never let her talk, so. Let's get drop a hyperdimension banner with a very low chance. Really? Huh. I still want Purple Heart more than her even, but I wouldn't be opposed to a lusty drop. Time to craft doesn't really mean anything though, because there are common tier ones that take 4 hours. It just seems it seems like a totally unnecessary mechanic, especially since quick finishers exist. I'll take the risk, I guess. Getting one ship KO isn't really a big deal, as long as it isn't your flagship. The ship in the middle of your back row, if it gets knocked out, your whole fleet retreats. Pain in the butt. I hate Enterprise's design, so I don't think I'd ever use her. I can't believe that Enterprise is like the banner character. Like, she's the avatar of the game, the icon. She's just so boring. Which I guess is mildly fitting because like Enterprise it's a cool name, but it's also the most used and overused ship name in existence. To the point that I don't think we even know exactly what the, you know, Starfleet Enterprise is supposed to be named after, just because there's so goddamn many ships named Enterprise. You see, that was her extra shot there that you just saw. Enterprise just reminds me of the car rental place. Every time you hear Sagi, she's bitching about justice. Quick finish is meant to force commissions or something. But I mean, commissions, you're supposed to do commissions. Like, it's free experience and stuff. I don't know why you wouldn't do them. They're one of my least, like, sought after items. Because, like, worst case, I have to wait. And, like, I don't... It's just not a big deal for me. Hey, Tennessee! Osborne took like almost no damage there. I wonder if I could mop this all up. You get a star for defeating every enemy on the map for the flagship. Face looks so weird with the little thing there. It's only 6 ships named Enterprise? It's still probably more than almost any other name. I also really like that sometimes, at least I think, when Portland is in the same party as Indianapolis, she just says, "Shut up, Portland." I haven't noticed anybody else directly refer to another one like that. There's more than 6, I assume that's not counting fictional ones, because there's more than 6 USS Enterprises in Starfleet. At least if you count different ones from the same era. Because Captain Kirk destroyed like 4. I don't really get how Kirk can be some people's like favorite Starfleet captain. I guess if you really like the cheese, but like he's just so genuinely terrible as a captain. Like by far the most irresponsible. Like the original Star Trek was a very different show than later ones ended up being, and very like silly, but still very much groundbreaking in its time. Like I can totally understand liking Shatner's particular brand of acting, but he's completely like there's no way he would ever actually be a captain. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna risk it because worst case this fleet gets knocked out and I wouldn't be able to use them anyway. Man, back row was taking no damage. My favorite, obviously uncontroversial pick, but my favorite's definitely Picard. I don't dislike Janeway though. A lot of people hate Voyager in general. I mean, Voyager definitely has its problems. Mostly, honestly, for me, it's mostly Neelix. Neelix and Kes kind of destroy it. Well, not destroy it, but they're just there for totally unnecessary, like, comedic relief. and then they try to like give them a redemption arc and make them like interesting and like dramatic, and it just makes me hate them more. But I like Voyager a lot. I heard Discovery was a train wreck. I haven't watched Discovery. I would say my favorites are, I mean, Next Generation, definitely best. I would say then, honestly, maybe Voyager. The original series I like, but it's extremely hit and miss. Though honestly, all of them are. That's something that like, I think Voyager gets kind of unfairly picked for being hit and miss. Like all Star Treks really were hit and miss. Like the first season of Next Generation is honestly terrible. It's really bad, and even into second season I think it's bad. And then there's some wonkiness towards the end. The original series could be really freaking stupid. The movies could be really bad. Honestly, almost all of the movies. The original series definitely had the best movies though. Even the bad ones are okay. Why does God need a starship? Is definitely my least favorite one, but they're all watchable and didn't like fuck anything up. Whereas the Enterprise, or the Next Generation ones, the only one I really liked was the First Contact. The Seth MacFarlane show definitely had its problems, but it wasn't that terrible. I was surprised. Like, how did he get the budget for that, for one thing? Like, that was the most surprising thing to me. Alright, but back to like ranking Star Trek. I would say for me it was Next Generation, then Voyager, I guess, Deep Space Nine, then original series, then I guess Enterprise is the only one I ever watched. I haven't seen Discovery. I think that's all of them. It was Enterprise was the one, right? The prequel kind of one. I didn't hate that one as much as some people did. Definitely my least favorite of the series, though. It just had such a weird feel to it. I think it was on purpose, but... Unicorn is a little weird. I like her design, but she acts a little bit too kid-like for... And especially sounds a bit too kid-like for a very un-kid-like design. The Orville. Yeah, that's the fake Star Trek, right? The Seth MacFarlane thing. Uh-oh. Not good. Wait, what? No, send the flames. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. The amount of damage your attacks deal is like pretty RNG based. Like AP and armor piercing and high explosive ammo can like crit basically, it seems like, and do like way more damage. So sometimes you'll deal a ton of damage at once, and sometimes you just deal plink damage. I guess is moderately accurate to like how hitting ships works. Like you can hit some stuff that's like basically nothing, and you can hit like important systems and stuff. Okay. I think we're good here just because Suffolk has insane HP. She's my unit that if I need to solo like a lower level thing, I just use her. Nothing stops the beep sheep. Also, it is really nice to have so goddamn many airstrikes. Also, I hate these bombing ships. They make no sense, and you practically have to ram them to stop them because they're just so fast. Alright. One more torpedo should do it. doing? Is this a story thing of it retreating, I guess? Out of time? Oh, come on! It had 1 HP bar left! Lame. That generally, if one more torpedo had hit, that sucks. Oh crap, now I gotta retreat. Lame. Can I get a bit better team here? Unfortunately, the hard mode limits who you can bring. I could bring Repulse, but she doesn't get experience anymore. See, I have no, like, genuinely good character to use here. Neptune is kind of my best one. She's only level 50, and that's not really up to par. I could probably... Can I switch her with... No, I can't. Crap. It's really, like, overcomplicated how you have to set up your ships for this. Hold off for now. I mean, but what I'm trying to do is, like... I really just need to get my 6 attempts in at hard mode. I guess I can just grind this one. Because I need cruiser blueprints for Beep Sheep. In fact, this one should be like too easy. But whatever. I just want to get the consume my things now. That's only ability is protagonist aura. Oh, that's her only skill? Ugh. Yeah, I don't like her skill. She just gets a buff if any of the other Neptunia characters are in, but it doesn't buff the other characters, so it's kind of like meh. She doesn't seem terrible either or anything, but both of her skills just kind of have like really annoying flaws, which I guess is very fitting for Neptune. But her Purple Heart skill activates in like 2 minutes, I think, and like you're usually limited to 3 minutes, so it works once, and only if you're like already out of like time. Who's the special son was like the guest that showed up? Oh, what? Oh, it was Greenheart. I was gonna quit. I was gonna rage quit the game if I didn't get Greenheart, and I got her this morning, so. I showed that at the very beginning of the game. Yeah, she's actually the lowest rate in this current banner, which is really annoying. But I ended up getting everyone except for Purple Heart, who has one of the highest rates. And I will be annoyed a little bit if I don't get Purple Heart, especially if I buy the in-app purchase that includes one of the skins at random. If I get Purple Heart dress without Purple Heart, that would be really annoying. Victory Slash is 115 seconds. Still though, I would be very surprised if it managed to like KO and within those 5 seconds. But I don't know how strong it is. Obviously, I don't have her, so. Kind of surprised. In my opinion, what they should have done is have everyone have a front and a backline character. It would make it a lot easier to like mix your ships, because both of Verts are in the back row and everyone else is all in the front row, so you can't have everyone in the front. It's apparently a devastating barrage. Also, I really like that Vert, or Greenheart, her ships are like lean box themed. They're like actually different ships from the usual things, which is really neat. None of the other characters so far come with like stock different stuff. I assume Victory Slash has like a unique animation on it. Beep Sheep is almost level 80, which is very welcome. Or 90. Past level 80. Yeah, 2 minutes is usually doing fairly poorly if you get past 2 minutes, which is what happened that last battle. I've literally never seen them retreat before like that. Yeah, I think you only get 3 minutes, so 2 minutes is beyond the halfway mark. class component and guarantee crit every X amount of shots. Huh. Those purple swords do a good chunk of damage. 85 is the level required for full retrofit? Oh, cool. I'm not gonna do that yet though, because retrofit costs money, and I need that for cubes. I've had better luck in this, even though I got really frustrated with the green heart thing. Green heart and purple heart thing. I've had way better luck. I've like had better luck in this one event than I've had in like all Micaiah Wars limited things combined. I think I have what, a total of 4 limited units. No, I think only 3 limited units that were not like given away for free. Kind of annoyed that cargo ships don't drop like ships, but they can drop money, which is what I need right now. Oh, by the way, Demon Raptor from Discord told me a really cool way to grind is get 3 Fletcher class ships, which is what Charles Osborne is, the ones with her outfit. They're called the Beaver Squad in the collection menu. They have really low cost, and Fletcher buffs everyone in that class of ships. All of her sisters get buffed from her thing. So you can have a pretty significant buff. I think it's like 30% more damage. So you just use 3 of those ships at minimum star rank, at minimum limit break, and 1 carrier or whatever in the back. And you just can grind for basically forever on like almost any amount of oil, because it just, you basically use up stamina slower than you get it back at that point, because it's like 5 to 6 cost, whereas with my main fleet it's like 40 right now, which I find that mechanic a little bit annoying, because like it almost encourages you to not limit break your characters, which right now I'm not doing just because I don't have the money for it. I also have all of these like gun upgrade things that I also have not been using because I don't have the money. Please be a money drop. Oh, I'm close enough. These can have money. Some gospel singers of New York sang Evangelion song in a Japanese church and blew the Japanese folk away with how well they did it. Huh. Apparently Evangelion is coming to Netflix, I think I read. Is it some like anniversary or something? Or is it just a coincidence with all the Evangelion news? It's coming to Netflix. I've never seen it. I don't really do grimdark stuff anymore. So I don't know if I would ever watch it, because I know it's like the peak of that. It's also giant robots, which is another thing I'm not super into. Is that the one with Shinji getting the robot? Yes. That's one of fairly few things I know about that. Horribly depressing getting the robot and like angels destroying the world and stuff. Isn't he the guy? What? That sounds like some Sword Art Online tier lore. What is with anime and things like that?
パンツ見られるところが見なさい
Did Long Island just say panties? I don't know what that
大
was.
好きなインディちゃんお姉ちゃんすごいでしょ
It's really just, at that point, it's just, you know, the Japanese version of, fuck, what's the, Snow White. You know? You get a little damage boost if you have, 5 or 4 ammo left. So that's why I went back and got some. I like the buns, I just wish they weren't Japanese ships.
みんなついてきて 関西機たち行きなさい あーかわいいインディ
Why would there be discourse on that? I think the answer to that is pretty obvious.
関西機たち行きなさい分かった関西機たち行きなさい
I can appreciate why people would like Evangelion, but yeah, it sounds like a lot of stuff I would not like. I haven't, like, I love the Danganronpa series, but I still haven't gotten to Danganronpa 3 just because, like, I don't want to have to read a shit ton of depressing crap right now. Or, like, ever. People felt like because he apologized, it was okay. Huh. That's... I think Tumblr would be more, like, against that. Danganronpa 3 is a dumpster fire of an anime tag. No, I mean the game one. I hate how they made Danganronpa 3 is not the game, and the Danganronpa 3 other name thing is the game. But no, I mean the game. I'm never gonna watch the anime. I don't. Games just don't make good animes. Speaking of, I still haven't watched the Neptune anime, and I don't recommend it. And if you do watch it, skip the first. I forget if it's 2 or 3 episodes, but you're supposed to skip the first couple. Or at the very least, watch them last. I would probably just not watch them at all. Tab, do you have an LP of Danganronpa? No, it's a really long game. It's something I could maybe stream if I have, like, way more time at some point. I really enjoyed them, but it's like, Jesus Christ, like 60 hours or something. Danganronpa 3 is an adaptation. Yeah, still though, like, the first 2 Danganronpa animes were like, it's just, you can't shorten a VA into an anime without like being like 18 seasons. And I don't know what V3, I know that it kind of tries to tie things up or something, but I don't know. I was only interested in the game anyway. I was never gonna watch the anime. I thought it was kind of funny to see like the Nep anime. I think the Neptune anime was supposed to be alright. It's just the first couple episodes hit like uber heavy with the cheesecake, and then the rest of the anime isn't like that. Which honestly is a problem that Neptune kind of has had. Like, there's a couple of different games that just immediately smack you with like the excessive cheesecake, and then people are like, oh, this is all this game is. I'll just stop playing now. And then none of the rest of the game is like that. It's like, god fucking damn it, guys. The worst first impression. Like, just leave that like in the middle or something. DR3 isn't a rush to just enough to a mess of a roller coaster. Without getting into any kind of spoilers, like Danganronpa 2's ending, like, I just don't know how you really continue after that. Then again, I could say the exact same thing for Danganronpa 1. And I guess the kind of solution to that in 2 is just kind of to not try to make it really super direct of a sequel. I did think Ultra Despair Girls did a pretty good job for what it was. Not as good as the main games, but like On paper, it sounds ridiculous and terrible, like a horror third-person shooter out of a super dramatic visual novel, but it works a lot better than that sounds. Like, even the gameplay was alright. It's a third-person shooter on the Vita, and it's not really like... No. It's a horror game, so like, slightly janky controls are like almost add to it, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the anime. It was so bad even Japan was pissed, huh? What's the logic for who says the words, by the way? Because, like, Unicorn isn't the flagship. She's the one talking. Maybe it's just random. I figured it was always the flagship, but could be wrong. Doesn't Saratoga just look like a smaller Hibari, by the way? Like, kind of very directly. Let me... Like, look at this. Even to look like the hair ornaments. Oops, what did I grab? Put that back there. Lock that. And that. It kind of looks like some inspiration was had, honestly, but... Good design, either way. I like her a lot more than Hibari, so they must have done something right if they tried to copy. Is it too hard to do re-roll? I have no idea, honestly. Yeah, I don't know how hard it is to re-roll. I think you can make, like, if you did, like, a bunch of Nox instances and, like, synchronize their stuff, it would probably be not too crazy. Yes, sure. Take a while because it's a big download. I don't think it was a crazy big download. It's certainly faster than Makai Wars, which takes like an hour to download. It has never gotten faster. Nope, just the violins that I don't want to claim right now. I don't get why some people associate Neptunia with like crazy amounts of grinding. Like, there's a lot of items. Like, it's kind of like Disgaea, where you can grind if you want, and generally there's a very like specific and intelligent way you need to grind. Like, there's discs that increase drop rates or increase affinity rates. I would say like the worst period of grinding outside of the not counting the side games, because Noir's game and the Senator Kagura styled one have insane trophies, but outside of that, I think the worst I spent was like 2 hours grinding for money in Rebirth 1, which was silly, but 2 hours to finish a platinum, like, there's so many games that want like 10 hours plus for a single trophy that's like bronze. This was never shot in Mark II. Mark II is kind of just hard. The difficulty is kind of all around. It's a lot easier in Victory 2, or in Rebirth 2. But if you play the Rebirth series and Victory 2, grinding shouldn't really ever be necessary other than a little bit to get like maybe a best ending, or if you want certain outfits and stuff. but you should never really spend more than like an hour or something towards a specific goal. Probably less than that, unless it's like a really big thing. I'm the kind that likes to grind a lot in the low-level maps. I mean, it's only a game that you can grind in if you really want to. I guess that's almost any RPG, though. I mean, there's kind of a therapeutic... Like, some people just like grinding. So I know that people don't necessarily mean bad when they say, I remember grinding in that. But I just heard there's like... Oh, you have to grind so much in this game in regards... I forget which one, but... I've just never really found that to be the case so much. Evangelion is only that way it was because they're going through a massive bout of depression. Yeah, that tends to be how a lot of really depressing shit gets made. That's how, in fact, we confirmed that with, hell of a thing to laugh at, but, Mouth Sweet. That was, a very surprise ending. So right in the cusp of rebuilding seems to get more optimist tones than before. Yeah, Evangelion is not really my kind of thing. I prefer... FLCL is my favorite anime, pretty much. It's like short, punchy, reasonably non-depressing. That I really love the dot hack. I haven't this dot hack stuff I haven't actually watched, but dot hack sign was really good. They're the art of like displaying just like an inch of the panties there. The several characters with art gives you just a few of them pixels, them filthy pixels. I was surprised this game tries to be like teen, by the way. Like it doesn't do the clothing damage mechanic of Cancole and stuff. I figure if they copy anything, though I guess Chinese censorship, they probably just couldn't get away with that. Come to think of it. I just figured if you're gonna copy anything other than the Gashapon, that would be it. I've never read the actual manga. Killing his dad seems reasonably valid, honestly though. I'm surprised you're surprised at this point though, because like Soul Calibur has, or at least had, a clothing damage mechanic. I mean, they try to call it like an armor break thing, even though like 90% of the characters in Soul Calibur don't actually wear anything that could probably properly be considered armor. Like there's Nightmare, and that's about it. Who is just armor and a sword. How did we get that exact? Look at those beautiful, perfectly round experience numbers. I can't believe Neptune is still like level 49. I guess I haven't used her that much. Who is good to retrofit, by the way? Because like most of the characters I use don't have retrofit. The Neptunia characters don't have retrofit. I don't think Indianapolis does. Portland, I think, is getting one. Long Island has one, I guess. I love this line, just cracks me up. Just the hear me out bit just cracks me up. I like how she just looks like she's about to punch her face in. No, shut up. Tennessee just looks like she's gonna punch your face in. See, like most of the people I use do not have retrofit. Everyone is so mad at you in this menu, by the way. I think retrofit, I guess, is more for like the super low tier characters. Like I think a lot of the commons have it. What is this, like, side boob outfit, by the way? I first saw this on Barrel and Disgaea, and I always thought it was like a custom-made thing because she has like wings, so like to expose that just to be able to like have your wings out there. But like, what is it? This one cracks me up. You crack me up, little buddy. It's not a picture, she's just actually sitting like this for some reason. It's really uncomfortable, so stop it. Yeah, like, none of these people that I use have retrofit. Other than the starter units, which I don't really use. Why is her voice so small? This is not the voice I expected to come out of this. Just like that really hurt your neck. Open back ones? I was not particularly aware of them being like a thing. And this is the first super rare I got, and I'm apparently told that she's like one of the worst units in the game. And so she's of course the most common super rare. I haven't gotten a dupe of her at least though, so. I like the baseball. What a perfectly American ship. Just goddamn baseball. But yeah, the San Diego is like a legendary ship from World War I. Like what the? Well, why is she not good? That's stupid as hell. I like that Gridley just like is extreme Honry and takes pictures of other girls. Good. And Fortune Bugs, I hate, like, some of the characters are just like, no, I'm not good, don't use me. Like, no, don't be like that. And like her idle animations are crying, like, no, don't do that. Potatoes. What an amazing line, like, what kind of image doesn't match with eating potatoes? I've never seen somebody and been like, I bet that motherfucker likes potatoes. Yeah, that's one potato-loving motherfucker right there. Like, what? I love the... Sometimes they do kind of creative stuff with the turrets and stuff in this, like the... I like the little guns up your sleeve kind of thing. God invented boat girls and gave them self-esteem issues. We're into perfectly good monkeys, what you did. Look at it. It's got anxiety. Why is she so small when the other ones are not? Anyway, I forget why I came to this menu. I was just kind of showing everybody's thing. Oh yeah, let's see which skin I get. Let me... I'll have to black it out for a second here. Cause I gotta do credit card things. Let me put a relevant image for you to enjoy. Just find some relevant. Reddit now. Not too bad. We'll go with that. There we go. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get the Nep's Lucky Bag thing here. Alright, hold on. Okay. It said payment in progress, and then it said no internet connection. So let me see if this actually went through. That's not encouraging. It might have just triggered fraud protection or something. Transaction was charged to your account. I think that was lunch, though. Don't see a transaction yet. That's... Maybe I have to do it on my phone. But yeah, those were by the foot with parsley. Try this again. It says I haven't bought it, so... Yeah, it's like not working. Let me let me try it on my phone. Put some pudding up. Oh, I'll find some pudding. I'll find some pudding, all right. Here we go. Oh. No. Sort by top. Ah, here we go! Beautiful! Neptune approved. Perfect. In fact, you know what? Let's get her in on the action here. Where is she? There we go. Let's get a food critic in here too. Somebody needs to judge the pudding to confirm it is in fact good. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. I'm gonna try to like get this on my phone, I guess. Get though. Alright, I'll try this on phone. It keeps saying I don't have Wi-Fi. I guess I've never you keep triggering the naughty boy filter, Tristan. I need to add you as like an approved commenter, which I don't remember how to do. Let me just buy this on phone, I guess. I don't know why it's being like this. But I've never tried to buy anything on Nox Player. Maybe it just doesn't work. Which just, that doesn't sound right. I can't imagine that's the case, but maybe just for this game there's some kind of bug. Double check my email and make sure I didn't trigger some kind of fraud protection thing. I don't think I did. Purchases. Nope. Weird. Naps lucky bag, yes. Wait, how did one tap buy get turned on? I don't want that on. Always. A tip for spending less money in games like this and stuff. Never store the password. Just security tip. Don't talk while putting in your password. Fucked it up. Always require a full password, both for security and to like give you that extra moment of friction that makes you think, all right, do I really want to buy this? Because I've loaded up the purchase screen a few times and been like, I stare at the password and feel like, I don't really need this. Plus, it's just way more secure, and you just don't want... Okay. There we go. Hopefully that will not credit my card 3 times, and then only give me once. And then they ban me for having to redo a charge, but I don't think that's the case. Alright.
Azur Lane.
It took my brain a moment to realize that was meant to mean Azur Lane. Collect rewards, yes. Ah! Of course, at least it was somebody I have. The skin I wanted the least. But that's fine, because the skin... Do you want to play this? Sure. It comes with enough gems to get the skins for the other characters. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I guess, in a way, I guess that's better than getting the Purple Heart one if I don't end up getting her. But I want the Vert and Noir ones. Please don't crash if I take a screenshot. Wait, I'm streaming. I don't need screenshots. Wait, what? What? What is it just... There you go. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I can't screenshot, but whatever. It's on stream. By the way, when I click the share thing, it says the share option is unavailable. Well, what does that mean? Is there... Can you... What does that mean? Is that feature just not in the game yet? Well, it's a character you have, which is a plus. Yeah, hopefully I'll get Purple Heart, but I'm happy with who I got so far. I'm honestly surprised I got so many. And then I put... Here's my NEP squad, kind of. So I gotta put all the dress coils in there. Where's Blackheart again? Guys, am I blind? Wait, Blackheart is high level. What? Oh, there you are. Moo! 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 He does this thing sometimes where he meows, and then he starts to yawn, and he doesn't stop meowing through the entire yawn. Hi, Parker. It says unavailable for me as well. How is the share feature not in the game yet? That's surprising. Anyway, hopefully we get Purple Heart, but... Mew! Mew, mew. Mew! Talkative boy! Yes, you are! Yes! Yes! Noise boy. Does the dress like change their lines too? Let's get your tail out of my face, honey. Get your tail out of my face. I swear he swishes his tail directly into your face on purpose. I can't see anything, honey. Moo. I've never had a cat that mooed before. Harker makes many wonderful noises. He's a very soft-spoken boy too. Moo. Oh yeah, if you want to add me, my user ID is this like massive string of numbers, and I'm on the Washington server because apparently you can't be friends out of server, which is dumb. I think that's the same dialogue as the normal skin. Park, I can't see chat now. I can't see the chat, honey. Or the cats have scent glands in their faces. Yeah, they rub their faces on things to mark them. They're like, this is mine now. She has like a pseudo Ditto plush. I just noticed that. I love Vert's room, by the way. It's so fancy, and then you got your anime figures, and you got your yaoi in the background. The true woman of class. Yeah, the dress is clean. I just realized, yeah, they changed your background. That's really cool. That's I did not expect that. I guess I can do one more pull. How many cubes do I have? Only 25 cubes. We have enough blancs. I mean, I haven't gotten so many of anybody that I can't use the dupes. But, like, I have the universal Bulins to fill up everybody. I really just want Purple Heart here. But oh well. I still have one more day of the raid up. I'll try to use all my cubes before then. If I can, I guess. Otherwise, I mean, I still got another week, but it'll be a lower rate then. Not as low as Greenheart though, so I'm really glad I got Greenheart early-ish. Because that was my rage quit. No Vert or Noir, and I was gonna rage quit. Honey, do not kiss the mic. Sit over here, please. Sorry, cat-related difficulties. Yeah, I like Purple Heart's dress. Neptune's kind of graded on me over the years, but Purple Heart a little bit less so. I like the dress and everything. I have plenty of gems to buy more cubes. I could, but... Oh, there's Sir Avocado from the chat. Yeah, if you want to add me, go ahead. I don't think friends actually do anything in this game. I also don't think guilds do anything either. This game is weird. Also the... Oh well, don't mention a tap-tap. My game's frame is slightly wonky. It's a little bit too small on the stream, but that's fine. It's not like that Flower stream where I had the game cropped at like... I had a 720p crop of a 1080p game, basically. And we went the whole stream and nobody noticed until the very end. They don't. They also don't. Yeah, that's what I figured. I guess I could make a guild in the game. Is making guilds free? I could make like a Neptunia guild, I guess. But yeah. We only started this game because of the Neptunia collab. Guild. I just applied to a bunch of random guilds because like you get a bunch of free crap basically for being in a guild and being active in Food Fantasy. So checking the depths of the game more faction towards you. Yeah, I think that you get more dialogue lines and stuff as that happens, right? Anyway, I need to do a couple more things. Sims has that look at you. Look at that. I kind of wish this game would just tell you who you can get. Looks like there's a fair number of elites you can get from that. 3-2 though. But like, well, what I really need is a repulse, which I know I can't get from that stage. And I can't quite beat. Well, I could try this. Purple Hearts currently has to keep losing concentration of her game. My guild's inactive. Yeah, they don't do anything though, so it's like whatever. Three, 4 drop some SR people? Really? Huh, I figured the super rares would be Gashapon only. But I guess maybe it's like Food Fantasy where there's like different unlock conditions for certain people. I think that's a more fun way to do it than just pure Gashapon. One thing that makes me like this game more than the average Gashapon thing is you can get drops up to elites and even a few specific super rares from just playing levels. So it's like free pull city kind of. A lot of the pulls, like There's certain people you just genuinely have to use the gashapon for. And that's what made me really worried about this event. Because you can't get any of the characters like that. Though this event does have 2 free characters. Vert and Neptune are free. Which is, you know, pretty cool as well. You can check using that unknown icon. I'll tell you the rarities. Like, I know... But you have to get the drop to know who specifically that it is, I think. 3-4 drops Kagi and Asaki. Akagi. Yeah, those... I want completion, but I also kind of don't want those. Those were, Akaki is the, was the head ship that executed Pearl Harbor. I don't really want that ship, but... Momo! You tell him! You tell him! Yeah, you tell him. Oh yeah, I think everything... Honey. Are the SR drops only from the fighting the flagship, or can it be any fight in 3-4? Hi, Parker. Moo. 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 Yawn. I love that yawn. You're ridiculous. Oh yeah, if you want Parker pictures, if you want a monthly set of exclusive Parker pictures, and also to help me get a Parker cam for these very live streams, we are only, what are we, 28 bucks away on the Patreon, so, and even just $1 a month helps a lot. I would super appreciate that, and $1 a month gets you the Parker pictures. That's right. Yes. 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 So yeah, we're pretty close to getting that Parker cam, and I will have to figure out how to use a goddamn webcam, but I'll figure it out. And then I have to figure out a new frickin' incentive, because Parker cam has been the big thing for a while. First it was the Yoshi's Island stream at 100. That's right. Next it's Parker cam, and I don't know what to do for 300. I guess it doesn't have to be every 100, but I like there to always be a goal that's reasonably within reach, just so you have a little something extra. Excuse me. To contribute for. Drunken Shitty Game stream. I need to do more Drunk Halo. That stream was a blast. If you haven't seen my Halo stream, I got pretty drunk and I played Halo Reach. I think for 8 or 9 hours, I think. And it was really a blast. I stayed up until like 3 a.m. I think. It was really fun. By a PS2 and Chaos Wars. Man, we need to finish Chaos Wars. That was really fantastic too. In fact, Chaos Wars might be a good thing for for a hit points. Bring some guests into it. Oh, Tristan, that's actually what we do for the Patreon live streams. We have a drinking game for Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival now. So that was really fun last time. I think that stream was like 6 hours too. But yeah, the Patreon, oh yeah, that's another Patreon benefit, by the way. This Saturday, we're gonna be playing Amiibo Festival. You don't have to have the game to play. We all just call in and I play the game for you, basically. And we have a drinking game, and that was really fun last time. Hopefully everyone can show up. I think Doc, Capitalist, Rosen, and a few other people have already confirmed. So it should be fun. Get you in the middle there. So where's Neptune isn't the lowest HP. But yeah, I think I just need to do some more grinding in Chaos Wars so we can get through the story. It's not a bad game. Why is this one so small? Oh, it's already gone. But lost my train of thought. Yeah, the Patreon live streams are really fun and really fun. The drinking game, I think, is a really good addition to it. Obviously, you don't have to drink either. A couple people don't drink, so they got nasty food, and they have to eat the food every time they get, you know, a quote-unquote drink. And it's option to just abstain completely. I'm blaming Grayson if I get arrested for typing in Shinji jacks off to Asuka while she's in a comment. Google. Robert Mueller has that in your browser history, son. He's gonna get to it after the Russia stuff. So I did a charity stream with the channel. We played 100% orange juice, a bunch of different craft beer, mixed and drink when we lost. Yeah, I think 100% orange juice would be fun, but it's only 4 people, and you have to actually have the game. So I need something more like Mario Party or like either auto CPU, like there's a Mario Party drinking game where it's just all CPUs and you just take a drink when your CPU loses. That's like really low effort. Like we need something we can just chat and problems. Uh-oh. It's on the beep sheep again. Yeah, beep sheep is kind of like twice the level of everyone else here. I like her voice a lot. Beep Sheep is probably my favorite originally Azur Lane character. I like Portland and Indy a lot too, though. But we might switch it up for the Patreon live streams at some point to do that. I like how she has a cake that just says celebrate. Non-specific celebration cake. For some reason that reminds me, there's like birthday cake vodka and it sounds like the most disgusting thing ever. I didn't get it because like I never drink vodka straight. Like I pretty much, you know, always make mixed drinks. So like, what the hell do I mix birthday cake vodka in it? Like, I take one shot of it and be like, this is disgusting, and then I like throw the whole bottle away. I remember that one stream we made a skin for salty tofu. Oh yes, that was a good stream. Pinnacle brand. Yeah, I forget what brand this was. I don't usually. I've gotten plain vodka just to make mixing. I don't usually get vodka's a little bit too. I usually use rum for I prefer it for mixed drinks. It kind of depends on what you're trying to make, but vodka just has that burny taste to it. I prefer something smoother. I guess I'm just going for flagship KO, aren't I? Mystery ship. They do occasionally make some like sort of interesting like ship parts into clothes and things like little anchors as like zipper handle things, or like Lexington has like her bridge is her gun, which is cute. I do feel really exhausted with the 6 characters in a limited gashapon is incredibly stressful. I think it would have been cool to have 4 people and then like the human forms you can get free or something. I already have all the human forms though, so that would have helped me, but shut up, Portland. That always cracks me up. Still can't get Arizona. I don't know most of the SRs. I don't care about the super rares because they're like mostly gashapon only, and like if you're not a Neptunia character, I'm not pulling for you. So. Parker seeing the demons again. There's zones that you can get in 2-2. Really? Huh. I've had really bad luck grinding for specific characters. I think I grinded 1-4 for Repulse 20 or 25 times yesterday. Still don't have her. I got her big sister, Renown. But she's capped at level 70 and it's really annoying me. Speaking of states, is the Iowa in this? I haven't seen her. One of very few, I believe, still actually active big ass ships. I don't believe naval warfare is really as relevant anymore, right? Why? Oh, is she flagship? Yeah, she is. So flagship gets a little bit more experience. MVP gets double experience. And usually it's one of your vanguards that gets MVP. Except Lexington and Saratoga do crazy damage. Even as back row characters. Oh, right. I gotta do these. This is what the PvP usually is. Impossible whale teams. Or, like, intentionally a joke team. Like, just look at my favorite characters team. So that's why I just have, like, here, have a free win team. Because I want other people to actually be able to have fun. And you don't get any benefit for successfully defending. So there's no real purpose other than to, like, ruin people's day. Yeah, Chicago's, rare. She's not... wait, am I thinking of Chicago? I think she's not super rare. And with that, my luck is mostly gone. Yeah. No. Can't beat that one. Might be able to... I might be able to beat this one. San Diego. Oh yeah, I have San Diego is the super rare. She's the most common super rare though, I think. Well, she's Gashapon only, but she's in every pool, which most characters aren't, so you're likely to get her eventually. I wasn't even surprised when the first SR I got was like the worst one though. I didn't level her up a ton. She's level 40, which is not terrible. But for reference, I like already have most of the Neptunia characters to level 40. I don't know why it doesn't automatically track. You have to manually move the camera over to watch. It's like, it's purely automated, but they make you scroll the camera. Wish there was an option to take off the mask on Indianapolis. She doesn't have it in this. In her full art, she does have it, and her chibi, she has it. But for some reason, in this image, she doesn't have it. Ooh, I can win this one. Well, there's Sandy right there. She's cute. I just wish... her best thing is anti-air, and anti-air is like really bad. That's Unicorn and Illustrious. Makes me mad. This edgy 12-year-old's gonna be obsessed with it. I mean, edgy 12-year-olds were obsessed with it in the 90s, so like, it's just the circle of life.
行きなさい。これでもくらい。かわいいインディ。スカ邪魔しないでくれる？本気なの？
終わりだ。
関西来たち。
真の火力を見るがいい。
わかった。関西来たち。行きなさい。
That's Enterprise at the top there. I just don't like her hair. I'm not usually a big fan of like white hair in anime stuff. It's like of all of the, you got all these wacky, interesting, cool colors, and you pick like granny hair. That's what I want Sugoi Doki Doki-chan to have, granny hair. I apparently missed Minneapolis, which sucks. I love her design, but no, I don't get her. Apparently they do repeats for some events though, so I'll eventually maybe be able to get her. I think I was told like Neptunia is the only event that did not repeat. If you want anything that is not depressing, don't watch Evangelion. See, Minneapolis looks so freaking cool.
次は少々痛くなりますよ。私の番。わかった。関西来たち。行きなさい。
この程度じゃ足りないよ。
Lion has some inspirational stuff despite being a small percentage of Grim Dark.
関西来たち。見られるところだ。
真の火力を見るがいい。
I swear Long Island is saying Pantsu, by the way.
関西来たち。行きなさい。面白いわね。私の番。わかった。関西来たち。行きなさい。パンツ。見られるところだったよ。関西来たち。行きなさい。皆様。
真の火力を見るがいい。
One of the meaningless analytics I get when streaming is I can see how many people are streaming at what. Most people are actually streaming at 480p.
敵の皆様。
One 720p, 3 240ps. I hope you're on mobile. I don't think anyone is streaming at 1080p. Oh wait, no, 3 people are. No, or wait, I can't tell. The lines are so close. They're just neat, meaningless information.
真の火力を見るがいい。
Oh, crap. Why is Queen Elizabeth like a psychopath in this game, by the way? Oh, that's the neat skin for, what's her butt? Not sure what you mean on 2 different devices. You can transfer saves in this. Just bind to Twitter or Facebook, and I can play this on my phone. I can load this on my phone like right now and play, and then come back to the PC and play. Surprising amount of chat about a show I know nothing about. Chat here.
主のため障害を取り除くのはメイドの務めです。
スカ邪魔しないでくれる？
I found a new delightful subreddit. Actually, I kind of showed a little bit of it before. For the next food fantasy stream. Let me find some good ones here. Oh, here's a good one. Delicious. That's how you plate a taco. Put it in a cup. Then of course they get all soggy and disgusting at the bottom. Why do white people do these things? It's Food Fantasy Agasha. Yeah. I have a guide for that game if you want to try it out. But yes, look. Yeah, We Want Plates is the name of this subreddit. It's delightful. Like, it's a trendy thing in, like, you know, fancy white people diners to, like, you know, do terrible things to food instead of using a plate. You use, like, say, you know, a, what do you call a cactus, you know? All the other stores serve their ice cream not on a cactus. How do you stand out? You serve your food on a goddamn cactus. That is how. Obviously. That just really puts you ahead of the rest. I like this one. I just need to know the story behind this one. They're always so big. Butter bucket. Just a bucket full of butter. That seems like way too much butter, by the way. That's a lot of butter. Like wine glass for scale on the left there. That is a heart attack's worth of butter. The Imperial unit, 1 heart attack of butter. Oh, there was a really good one. Let me see if I can find this one. Anyway, I'll show this for like one of my food fantasy streams. I usually end up getting distracted and talking about shitty food porn. Where is it? There was like broccoli impaled. Was it from the top post maybe? Oh, here we go. I believe the collective noun for this is an impalement of broccoli. It's modern art, guys. Yes, I would like to order 1 modern art of broccoli. That thing looks very sanitary, by the way. Delicious. This one's kind of cute, actually. Chicken tenders and a cardboard Mustang. When mommy won't make you tendies. I'd like to order the Vlad the Vegan special. I won't make this a shitty food porn stream. At least not anymore than has already been done. Yes. Hey, Nelson. Nelson just looks like a very good person to step on your face. Look at that booty pose down there. Do I have any super rated? Super rares? I have all of the Neptunia ones except for Purple Heart. And I have San Diego, who almost doesn't even count as super rare. Taco in a cup, I'm not intrigued. Why would you not want tacos in a cup? We went and got tacos today, despite the horrible cold and snow. For the first time we had to drive to Taco Tuesday. But, yeah, it didn't come in a cup, so I was really disappointed. I like the synchronized heart ahoges. Tacos in a whisk. Oh, you're tempting me too much to do shitty food porn. Some of these are really creative, though. This one's just an upside down plate. Also, what's with the portions of these goddamn restaurants? Who is this, by the way? who this man? Why he? Oh, it's California. I assume that's a super rare. I just assume everyone I haven't seen is a super rare. I'm not usually that wrong. There's Yorktown. Haven't got her either. Degenerate. Good name. Oh, and here's some frickin' whales. See, all max teams. Is Indianapolis? I don't like play people just because they're good, but is Indianapolis considered to be pretty good? I've seen her on a few teams at least like this. I'm probably just gonna keep using her and Portland regardless. Exeter. Haven't heard of that one. Why does Washington's art style look different from everyone else, by the way? Yeah, let's go with this one. By the way, I turned the DVR off. YouTube has updated so that DVR, it quote-unquote lets you turn DVR off on ultra-low latency streams. The button doesn't work. DVR is always on ultra-low latency streams. And while I like the DVR feature, it means that if you buffer, it puts you back to where you were instead of at the very live end of the feed, which is so dumb. I can definitely see why people get annoyed by Long Island. Now we're talking. The finest, whitest of cuisines. Ribs in a urinal. They're just taking the piss at this point. I mean, why would you not want to eat your food out of a urinal? I mean, it's probably clean-ish. What the fuck? What? This has to be a joke. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. What happened? It looks like a bunch of aliens were exploded over a bunch of beers. Opened cans of beer. Just, yeah, can I get 5 open cans of beer with a bunch of shrimp, onions, and I don't even know what the rest of that is. And you know it's fancy because it has those like corner plates. If it's got square plates that kind of go up, that's how you know it's a fancy restaurant. I especially like that they're empty cans of beer. Somebody drank the beer out of those. This is delightful. It's got the drizzle, guys. It's got the drizzle. That's how you know it's fancy. It's got drizzled, you know, octopus spleen or whatever that is. Sauce. Delightful. I like the box of Kleenex in the background. You're gonna need that. Wow, you got first place? She like never does more damage than Lexington. Oh man, I love the subreddit though, it's also terrible. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. Thanksgiving dinner on a cake stand. just pour the gravy and it'll just trickle down. Trickle down economics. Sure, some gets on the table. you know? Because it's a goddamn cake stand, not a plate. But maybe they cooked the food in the beer. Now, there was no... The beer cans were open in that other thing. They were empty beer cans. They're just... Like, they're genuinely there for the... Oh. Oh, that's a good idea. I've always, you know, wanted, you know, some steak tartare served in a vessel that will cut apart my flesh. You know? Classic Coca-Colas. You know, the blood, your own blood adds to the meal. It makes it truly... it makes it truly delicious. Alright, that's enough. That's enough of those. Right, I might actually be able to win here. Got a level 80 javelin. Coca tartare. How do they get? They just like they're just like, well, what's the worst thing I could possibly serve food in? When vegans say, do you have any vegan drinks here? I think that was like beef tartare though in the middle. I saw some like uncooked disgustingness. Has anyone had tartare, by the way? This just sounds disgusting. I love meat, but like... Goddamn. There's a whole bunch of these that do it on shovels. Like, shovels... Ribs in a urinal is pretty special. I like how viewership always drops when I do shitty before. I guess I have a strong stomach. This stuff just amuses me completely. I can't stop myself. You guys want some surf and turf? Served on some turf? Amazing. I've had tartare, it's not that bad. When I had it, I had this weird bread, and it's the only way I was able to keep eating it. Just... Why? Why do people do this? Why are people allowed to do this? Eco-friendly. You just leave the food you don't eat on the table, and over a course of a few months it decomposes and grows the grass. You know? Cycle of life. I'll lose this one. If you get the Neptunia girls, are you gonna keep playing the game? I'll probably keep playing, yeah. I'll be annoyed if I don't get Purple Heart. But I have everybody else now. Well, I get Vert tomorrow, but it's impossible to have Vert yet. I think I genuinely scared Tristan out of the stream. When you're out of plates. I mean, come on, it's a baguette holder, guys. It's not a cup. You plebe. You uncultured swine. It's an authentic French baguette holder. It's supposed to be like that. Beautiful. Cleveland, so dope. I just got Cleveland. I haven't used her yet. What's her deal? My baguette feels cold. Please tuck it in. Oh. I could probably still win. Wait. Wait. Oh, no. Never mind. I'm gonna save some of this for next Food Fantasy stream, which will probably be, I think in 4 days, they're starting a new like PvP kind of thing, and then there's gonna be like an apple pie event, so we'll be streaming Food Fantasy this weekend, I guess. Maybe Sunday. Saturday again is patron live stream thing, which let me. Since I don't remember to post or talk about it enough. Cleveland has really good health and tact, your ability to trap planes and phones. But yeah, excuse me. Patrons are a great way to support the channel and get little rewards like Parker pictures, which I think is most people's favorite reward. You also get early videos. You get a bunch of stuff. It's all on the page. Yeah, I'd really like to get that Parker can. Alright, out of exercises. So yeah, that's the PvP mode, if for anybody who didn't know. I have all such like slow. I was waiting for urgent. Oh, here we go. A chance to don't really need the top one, but I could do for some gems. Don't want to cancel that one. I'll cancel this one. Yeah, give me those gems, boy. It's only a chance to get the gems, but Oh, very picky. But I guess this was spent. Okay. I mean, I want gems, so okay. Sky Showdown goes out on Friday. Reset. Oh, I might be able to stream Friday then. There was an Evangelion Teaches Typing game. Wow. I mean, I should stream that sometime. Maybe for like a drunk stream or something. There's like a Mario. Well, there's Mario Teaches Typing, I think, and then there's like a Mario board games game, and it's amazing. It's for DOS though. I have DOSBox, so I can probably get it to work. I've just never tried it before. I think PvP should be in real time. Should be paired with people's fleet and powers close to yours. The problem with PvP is that like then you'd have to both be online at the same time. So yeah. Is Metastation Noir's only skill, by the way? It's interesting, but probably better than it sounds, I guess. 8 seconds, not too bad. But it seems weird for an only skill. I'm no longer allowed to look at the supply shop because I never have money. Oh, you got American Cornbread? I like her a lot. I'm gonna 4-star her. 5-starring her is ridiculous, but I'll get her 4-star and I'll have her skin in time for a horrifying sentence. But why is the term skin for outfits in games now, by the way? It's like the worst possible word to use. Oh, hey, do I have enough for the... Not quite. I think I'm gonna get South Dakota first. She looks a lot better. Eldritch has like this baby face kind of thing going on. Like the eyes are really low and the forehead is really big. I don't know if I like that, but South Dakota looks really hot. Suka is a sad boy. It's very interesting to hear you all talking about what's its butt. Apparently clicking on her a lot like makes her give you items in the mail, by the way, so do that. But yeah, Evangelion sounds very... I don't think I would like it. Why is the skin of this character just like her, like, bawling her eyes out, by the way? Like, I guess she's running from like a giant pumpkin onion. I guess I would cry if I was chased by a giant pumpkin onion, but like... you have like a cute, like, skin thing and the character's like crying, like, why? Hey, that is Shahao, isn't it? Yeah, I have her actually. She's got like a funny accent, but I don't really use her. Reminds me of macaroon with the little pumpkin things. Looks like the macaroons with wings. So I get Vert tomorrow. Monthly check-in. I unfortunately don't get the best rewards from the monthly check-in thing because I started too late in the month. Still just those. Please. Oh, right. I'm supposed to be sorting things. Do I have extras? Is there some level that only drops carriers? Because air always seems to be the hardest stat to improve. And I have a lot of carriers to improve despite that. Alright, I maxed you. You're kind of close. Is that enough? Did you get Lexington from a banner? No, I got her as a random drop. Pretty much everyone that I have either is from pulling on the Neptunia banner or almost entirely from the from just drops. It's just a little bit too squeak for me in Japanese. Yeah, I know there's different carriers and different things, but like, is there one level that drops almost entirely carriers? Because like, I would like to focus on upgrading my carriers if possible. It's like the happiest, like, semi-war music I've ever heard. Airship frame. Is that one of the item things? I haven't been focusing on items a whole lot. I wasn't gonna play the game if I didn't get enough characters that I wanted, so everything has been on that. From banners of more carriers and special tab banners. I'm definitely not building just for, like, you know, extra stuff. I don't really need many more carriers. I would like to get Lusty, but otherwise, I've got Unicorn, I've got Saratoga, I've got Lexington, I've got both forms of Vert. That's really enough. And I'll get Long Island. I'll be able to get Long Island skin pretty soon. For Long Island skin, is max limit breaking her the final step in getting that? Because I can do that pretty soon. The rarest are Lusty, Hood, and Enterprise. Oh, that's a pain in the butt. I just had a feeling, like, they feature Lusty so often. And Hood is a pretty famous ship, so I haven't seen Hood, I don't think, at all. Like, even to fight against. By the way, I saw the HMS Terror once. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Because the Terror is from, like, the 18th century. That is, like, way out of place. Like, the HMS Terror is, like, practically like the Mayflower compared to the rest of these. There are like 3 ships that have the really dark name. What do you mean, really dark name? Terror, Erebus, one more. Is the Erebus that old though? Oh yeah, the Erebus is that old. I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like modern ship, but yeah. The Erebus, HMS Erebus from 1826. Why is she... Huh. I didn't realize that. Why does she have a modern turret then? I guess it's a ghost turret, so that's... Obviously that explains it, yes. Oh wait, no, there's a more recent HMS Erebus. I don't know which one the ship. I don't know which one is in the game, but there's a First World War Erebus as well, which would be much more fitting for the game. Is there a more recent HMS Terror? Is there a different Terror? List of ships named HMS Terror. Oh, there's another HMS Terror from World War I. I guess it's probably those ones. They're not the most famous ones of those names, but... I got Hood before going to stream. I'm obviously only pulling on the Neptunia banner. I don't care about any of the other stuff very much. My favorite characters so far, I don't really like most of the SR's designs, honestly. I'm not super interested in them. I find a lot of the rares and elites to be a lot cuter. Like Lexington and pretty much most of my crew here. I would take pretty much all of this crew over any of the super rares other than maybe Minneapolis and Lusty and obviously the Neptunia characters, but that doesn't count. Britain gets weird with its ship names though. I never really knew that. Guys, these. Just one sneeze. That's weird. You almost always sneeze twice. I'm not sure there's a particular reason for that. Apparently some people sneeze 3 times. I've met a couple of people that like sneeze like 5 times in a row. And that must just be like the worst thing in existence, honestly. Because like sneezes can hurt. And just doing that like 5 times in a row. Like, ow. I can feel kind of the cusp of the second sneeze, but I don't think it's coming out. I sneezed 12 times in a row. Did you like have to go to the hospital? That sounds very unpleasant. Anyway, I had a question and I completely forget it. So never mind, I guess. I was thinking of streaming Donkey Kong Country some point. Probably DKC 2. It's my favorite. what a controversial opinion, but yeah, I would say DKC series goes for me 2, 3, then 1, and I think 3 is better than a lot of people give it credit for. I don't like Kiddy Kong. I think Kiddy Kong still controls better than Donkey Kong. Funny enough, though. I think there's definitely a little bit less quality in the music. It's still good music, though. I think they tried to do a bit too wacky things in DKC 3, but overall, it was a really good game, and I really like the exploration aspect. DKC 2, I think most people would just consider it by far the best. DKC 1, loved it, but very uneven, I would say. And the secrets in that game are the worst. It doesn't really matter as much because there's no, like, true final boss or anything like the other ones, but like, there's leaps of faith and there's dumb stuff. I haven't played any Donkey Kong Country game. That needs to be corrected. That reminds me, I have but have not played. I'm getting nasally over here. Donkey Kong Country Returns. The Wiimote stuff just made me like, I'll play it later. It's gonna be weird to have my Neptunia girls leveled up and not hear Portland creaming herself every time I win a fight. I won't be used to it. Did you have... Oh. I should probably just go to this right now. Yeah, Tropical Freeze is fantastic. I couldn't really deal. This must be the art where Grayson was talking about. She looks way bigger in this art than in the other ones. Yeah, Tropical Freeze was fantastic. It has some really great music too. But that snow silhouette level, that has my favorite music. The bosses are pretty alright too. I think they're a little bit long in some cases, like 3 sets, it's like 3 phases of 3 hits each, which feels a bit long for a Donkey Kong boss, but other than K. Rool, never really particularly interesting bosses in earlier Donkey Kong games anyway. I always thought the like lava monster sword thing was like the coolest thing ever when I was a little kid though. K. Rool's supposed to return? Oh, that would have been awesome! So a lot of the Japanese characters have like really... Like there's an Oni here and there's like, I don't know what's going on with the other one. But they have like some interesting designs, but like I don't want to use Japanese Imperial Navy ships. Yeah, the boss music's not bad. I think as far as having like just floating ship bits, Tennessee's my favorite design. Is Vert any good? I think all the Neptunia characters are at least alright. I don't know too much about Vert specifically, she's not out yet. She should at least be, you know, elite quality. I'm just gonna use them anyway, but... She buffs Blanc's attack, regular Blanc. Where is... Let's see where skill is. Each destroyer in fleet increases on reload by up to 5% and reduces received damage from shelling by 5%. Not bad. Capacity of fighters, efficiency. I don't know how to read most stats, so. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go. This is this is the censoring they did, which is so weird because they left the like transparent cleavage window thing, but the legs, they had to edit it to be all white. And they went totally nuts on the on Greenheart. They went crazy nuts. It looks just silly. The Chinese censored version here. They even had to censor the dress. Just ridiculous. What is China's like law or whatever? Why is it so like egregious? Like especially in food fantasy, they censor really tame stuff. Hopefully the Vert Metal mission. Yeah, Vert's elite. They're all the human forms are all elite. The CPU forms are all super rare. So yeah, she should be at worst on average with, you know, elites. But I'll be using her regardless. Got some levels on Noire. How long are you gonna be streaming? I'm probably done, honestly. I just want to finish up that that thing there. Oh neat, you get to see the dress on the chibi too. I guess that should be expected, but just buy another dorm slot. Yeah, it's like 500 gems though. Plus you get more experience and consume less. Like I usually try to only have just 1 or 2 in here because it uses less stuff. It's fun to see them all in at once, I guess, though, but... I should rearrange it so like it looks like they're like sitting together instead of like waiting for the bus. But yeah, 500 gems for the second slot, or the 4th slot. Which, I mean, I do have more than that, but if I get Purple Heart, 700 is reserved for that. I guess I don't know what else necessarily. I'll probably expand my dock, but the dock is so expensive. It's just stomach's grumbly, which is weird because I'm full. I don't know why my stomach's whining about. The other thing to spend gems on is the promise rings. See, I don't know what to get stuff. They nag you if you don't claim your mission rewards, and it's like, but these take up ship slots, and those are limited. I'll get it later. Calm down. Anyway, I think I'm done for the night. I'll get Vert. We get Vert tomorrow. If you've already done all of the Vert missions, which you probably should have, they weren't super hard. The final mission for Vert is just complete all of the other missions. Which is funny because you have to do that to unlock her, the final mission, so yeah. Super Dares. Some Super Dares get a new skin, which is a wedding dress. Yeah, I might save the ring for somebody who gets that, but I don't know. I'll probably just use it for junior characters, honestly. Unless somebody I really like has a skin for it. But like I said, I don't really like most of the Super Rares designs. Super Dares. It's like Super Jail for Truth or Dare. Oh, I just noticed! Oh my, how did I never notice this before? She has a Wii, I guess that's supposed to be a 360. It looks a bit boxy. Actually looks more like a flat original Xbox and a PS3 under her thing. Lusty Enterprise, Belfast, Taco, Hood, and Prince Eugen. I don't... Other than Lusty, I don't really like any of those designs of those. I think Takao, is that the That's Ikaruga, right? She looks alright, but mostly just because she's identical to Ikaruga, which I assume that's just like some like fancy boy Japanese outfit. I assume it's not directly ripped off. She just looks extremely like Ikaruga though. Anyway, I'm off for the night. Next stream might be Food Fantasy. Otherwise, Patreon live stream next week, or the Saturday. Let me get a link to that. So yeah, that'll be real fun. I guess feel free to play along at home maybe with the drinking game. The drinking game's pretty fun. I don't know how that would work because you don't have a character in the game, but and also if you become a patron anytime before, you know, the day of the stream, you're completely welcome to join in. You don't need the game to play. You can just pop in. Oh yeah, and Friday, I'm gonna link that too. Friday, our first hit points video, which is what we're calling the highlights streams. Really heavily edited, kind of like the Vine Sauce highlight things. Let me toss a link to that. When does Greenheart get her rates up? Starting the 29th, I believe. Because it's a full week of the first rates, then it's a week of the other ones. I got everyone from the second week the first week, and now I have to rush to try to get the last one from the first week. But yeah, I hope to see you at that. The Hip One stream, I'm really looking forward to releasing that. And then the Patron stream is always fun. So hope to see everybody in the chat in those. Good night.